Yeah, we back.
Hey.
What we doing? Yeah, we raising kings. What she doing? Yeah, she raising the kings. What they doing? Yeah, they raising kings. Raising kings. Raising kings. What she doing? What he doing? Yeah, they raising kings. What I'm doing? What I'm doing? Yeah, I'm raising the king. Lady love, what you doing? Yeah, she raising the king. We raising some kings. We raising some kings. Yeah. Raising Kings podcast.
We back.
Yeah,
Like we never left.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. You are now tuned into the Raising Kings podcast. This is your girl Sassy,
And it's your girl, Lady Love.
It's Hefe Pepe.
and you are getting your ears blessed because it's the Raising Kings podcast, and we know you waited all week for it.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Welcome back.
Yes, you are tuned into the hottest podcast in the nation. Just remember, I told you that. We're gonna kick it off. How's everybody weekend? Everything been going so far?
So far, so great. Lies.com, you already know.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Lies.com.
Lies.com. I'm pretty sure, last week was terrible. It was a terrible week, too. Last week, we was like, throw the whole damn week away, didn't we say that?
Yeah.
We said that. We had Bill Cosby got convicted, said he's going to be home for a little bit or whatever, and then they're going to take him to jail so he could spend out, the rest of his
Life.
days. Oh, God. The rest
It's crazy.
Of his life
Then you
in
had
prison.
this clown Kanye West with his
Crazy.
nonsense.
Kanye West. We ended on that.
I don't even know.
No.
I don't think we should even waste
He has not gotten any better. I don't
even think. Yo,
Yeah,
Not even one
you hear
bit.
my silence. I don't care about neither one of them.
he's
Not
just a
one
dude.
bit.
He's just a dude that's just out of touch. You could just see like these celebrities when they get to a certain level, when they out of touch and they're not really, in touch with what's going on every day. This guy doesn't even says he just started listening to watching CNN. I mean, come on, you don't even know politics
Honestly,
and what's going on.
I
and
haven't
things like
even given him the time to listen to anything. So I just I don't even know what to say because I ain't been paying attention to him.
that. Really?
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
Yeah, I forgive us. We working out some kinks.
Yeah, we having a little technical difficulty, so please excuse us.
We got a couple inside jokes going on right now.
Yeah.
But it's fun because we love
If
each other.
y'all were here in our little studio, y'all would understand.
Yes, y'all will understand.
One of these days we'll go live and you can see all of the shenanigans.
I'm telling you, all of the bloopers, all of the fun stuff that we do and how
All of the behind the scenes shenanigans.
Yeah.
But
y'all really love
how has everyone week, like besides, the kinks, like what have you been doing this week or plans you have for next week?
that. Oh,
Well, we still on this working for money thing, so
that's right.
I mean, this is like one of the weeks that I'm not really working for money, so
Okay.
but one day it'll change.
Oh,
when
yeah,
we're
absolutely.
not having to work for money.
We working towards all those goals.
Right. We got to stop working for money, man. We have to
Yeah,
stop
for
making our
sure.
money work for us. I'm going to keep reiterating that.
Yeah.
We have to get to a
Of
point
course.
where we are being able to optimize our time, which will help a lot of things, help us with our family, spend time with our family more.
Right.
It'll help us open up our mind to see other opportunities. But sometimes when we're chasing that paper and we're working for money and chasing that check or whatever the case may be, sometimes you may just get lost. You
Yeah,
know?
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, it's like that, because America is based off of the dollar. So
It's about-
if we
yeah.
don't have the dollar, your family not comfortable. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's about capitalizing. It's about, capitalism. Rather,
When you
but-
guys get a chance, you got to see that new J. Cole's video. It is crazy.
Oh, which one? The one when he's throwing the money all over the place?
Yeah.
yeah, that's ATM.
Yeah, I seen it.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
J. Cole always,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it ties into the whole chasing money and chasing paper because at the end, you give your whole arm, you have your arm, you give your leg, and
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
I'm telling
It can't go with you.
It's
Can't
not.
go with you.
It's not.
It cannot
Some people,
go with you.
some people think that this money is gonna go with them, but it's not going nowhere.
Nope.
You know?
So live your life to the fullest. Take care of your family, and just go from there.
And at the end, I mean, to me, of course, money doesn't solve all your problems, but
Right.
it does make a lot of things easier.
It does.
It makes
It
things
does.
easier. It may open up some doors or whatever the case may be, but I think at the end of the day, when it's about your health, it's about your family, it's
Right.
about
It's about your state of mind. Too,
absolutely
because,
that too.
I mean, we see so often how these people that are winning the lottery, and then they don't have the mind. They don't have the right mind frame.
And then
Yeah, they
broke.
blow it all in
this
about a
amount of
year.
money. They blow it all, not even in a year. Like, it was one, I don't know who it was, but some guy had won the lotto or something like that and ended up overdosing on cocaine or what have you. It was all over
And
the
I
news.
had the whole key.
Wow.
To,
Wow.
It was all
It's
over the
crazy.
news. And then on Ayanla Fix My Life or
Yeah, the
whatever.
chick that kept bailing her boyfriend out of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
And listen, when
and she has so many kids also. So it's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Well-
And when she went to her mansion, she was like, "Do you know what you purchased, what you bought? Your ancestors worked probably on this field. This is a plantation. You purchased a plantation. Why? Why did you want to purchase this mansion on this foundation where your ancestors possibly worked at, and you still don't own? You're gonna have to pay back. You're not owning this. Like, what are you doing right now? What is the purpose of this? It's like, what are you doing?" She was just throwing her money away. It was just,
Wow.
it was terrible.
Well,
Buying
That's why you
dirt
gotta
bikes
live.
and things
You
like
gotta
that for
live.
the kids.
Well,
And that goes back into educating yourself on and being financially
this
sound,
is-
because
this
it's
is-
like you blew money that you desperately needed for your family.
this is 101 what we spoke about last week. I mean, it's knowing your finance. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to finance, I mean, you need to hire the right people, financial
Yeah.
advisors, what to do, where to put your money, how to make your money work for you, different things. And that's the thing that we lack. And that's what I'm saying, the thing about in school.
Yeah.
The thing about in school with us learning, I mean, instead of learning about Christopher Columbus, that scumbag, we should be talking about money. We should talk about finance. We should be talking about,
Finances,
our day-to-day living and how to balance our checkbook. I promise you, I've seen this one kid one time. I was in the post office. This kid asked me, how do you fill out a envelope? I'm like, what? I'm like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, where does the stamp go? Like, because everything is all technology and stuff like that. Yo, you don't know how to fill out an envelope?
No.
Yep. Times has changed, man.
Write a
Times have
check or
changed.
balance your checkbook or something like that? Yo,
Because all they have to do is take a picture of their check.
yo, it's, I love technology. I think technology is great to have that, but I think sometimes we need to resort back to the lowest common denominator and know these things, because if technology is not
That's
there,
my line.
what the
I
lowest common?
always say, we need to revert back to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
When
I
I'm
mean,
speaking in layman terms, it's like, listen, just break it all the way down. Let me just give it to
the
you
lowest
straight.
common denominator, man.
Let me break it
telling
everything
you.
down.
It's just
Yo,
times has changed.
if we ever have a situation, just think about it. I often think about it myself, and believe me, I'm definitely guilty of it myself. If we have a situation where technology just blanks out on us, no more Facebook, no more Instagram, no more
Yeah, what would we do?
contacts. Could you remember a number that's in your phone?
No.
Could you remember a telephone number?
No.
Can you remember an address? You know what I'm saying?
Mine.
I would just know
Y-
how to,
yours,
if I
but-
knew how to
but-
get there.
But if you were stranded somewhere, do you know a number that you can call somebody? Say, let me call this number.
Oh
Maybe this
yeah.
person can help
I
me."
have about 7 numbers that I remember that I know
I
that
don't.
I can call.
911.
Yeah.
Speed dial.
Yeah, well.
But yeah,
Well, if
it's
you,
like
if,
my
if you,
mother.
you might catch that chick that,
The boo.
no, there was a chick. I think there was this girl from where was she from? I think she was. I don't know if she was from Georgia or somewhere. She was a 911 operator, and she she was answering 911,
Yeah,
and if
so
it was
she
some
ain't nobody
nonsense,
got time for this.
she said, I ain't got time for this. She would hang up on you.
people.
And she did time. They gave she got found guilty. She went
Of
to jail
course,
for
she
that.
should go to jail.
Yeah, people were calling and she was hanging up on them. So I ain't got time for that hanging up on you. She's supposed to be 911.
That
Black
chick was
girl.
crazy, man. Yeah, she was. But you know, people in the world are crazy. But we're gonna jump into our main topic.
Okay.
Today, we haven't quite figured out
Freestyling.
the
Freestyle.
topic name, but
Freestyle.
It's
what
a
we were
freestyle.
gonna start talking about is like you know, being out with your kids, like kid safety, child safety, like
Yeah.
when it comes to like water, high rises and stuff like that. Because Hefe, you're here in South Beach with your kids, so
Yeah.
you know, you're expressing how you feel about them being on a certain floor,
Yeah.
how risky it could be, because kids are just so fast, they slip away in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, sometimes I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna. I'm a little. I don't know. I don't know if
You're
you
a
want to
little
consider.
mother hen.
No, I don't know if I'm considered paranoid, but yo, I mean, it all goes by your experiences. I mean, I just witness things and experience things that I just try to relate to my own kids. And I was talking to Lady Love about this, and you know, and you know, we were in a high rise. We were like on the 20th floor, but you know, again, when I was a kid, I had a neighbor. You know, this neighbor had, you know, daughters, and they went to the city to go visit some family, and they were pillow fighting. They were pillow fighting on the bed, just having fun. You know, just doing what kids do. But they were on the 42nd floor of a high rise, and as they were pillow fighting, one of the girls hit another one of the sisters, and she went out the window. But as she was going out the window, she grabbed the pillow and pulled the other sister out of the window too.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
One of the sisters died, and the other one survived.
That's just crazy. I can't imagine how traumatic that
Oh
must have
man,
been.
it was crazy. It changed, and it changed the laws in New York City. So if you ever go to New York City and you look in New York City, you'll see on in the city where there's bars on the windows that you have to have these bars on the windows. It was because of that incident with those kids.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful though. Thank God. You know, things
But
happen.
it's unfortunate that
Yeah.
one person had to die for that to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible.
It's like those things that happen. Like you don't think that would happen because, I mean,
Yeah, you just turn your back for a
you
second,
just-
and
yeah, you just don't think about.
and
those
of
things.
course, this weekend's supposed to be a great, fun weekend, beautiful, great weekend. And next thing you know, your kid is playing on the balcony. Who
Yeah.
knows? They could be
Right.
happy. You turn your head for a second, they could be on a chair or something. Next thing you know, they're over the side.
Right.
It's
Right, exactly.
crazy.
And that's like, we're in Florida, so it's always like, it's always pool season, beach season, and that's another thing. We got to be careful with these kids when it comes to
Hell
water,
yeah.
you know.
Hell yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like you would think that because it is like a water, we have the beaches and everybody would know how to swim, but it's a lot of us out here that don't know how to swim, and I'm one of them.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, I'm telling you, and you know, with Florida, you don't teach your kid how to swim, your kid wind up drowning. You may go to jail.
Oh yeah.
So it's mandatory that your kids know how to swim. And you know, of course, my 9-year-old, she's pretty good in the water. But you know, the 4-year-old, she's all right as long as she
Right.
has a little life vest
Right.
on. But you just never know, especially when you're in a pool, like a public pool at a hotel, and you have everybody. There's so much people in the pool.
Right.
You might lose track of your kid. You don't know
Yeah.
if she might have went under, something
Yeah.
might have happened.
Right.
You know,
I'm
sometimes.
gonna tell you guys a little story because this is from my cousin's experience. This is one of her best friends, like from school. Like they've been to like middle school, all and they're still friends till now. They had I think maybe like 3 kids, and they had just purchased a home. Nice home. Home had a pool in the backyard, so they were having a housewarming party. Her daughter drowned during the housewarming.
Oh man, that's
I think
remember
she was
this
like 3, and she was, to this day, I don't think that she's the same, you know. But she blamed everybody who was there,
Wow.
and
She blamed everybody.
she
that was
blamed
there?
everybody. She was saying that like everybody that was there let her child drown. You know, I understand from a mother's standpoint as far as, you know, being hurt, because if so many people are around at the pool, how could you guys let that happen? But at the same time, it's if other people came there with their kids and they have about 2-3 kids, they're gonna pay attention to their own children. You know,
But not only that, there's so much stuff going on you might miss. I mean, it just takes a second for an accident to
It
happen.
does. It does.
You
It
could be
takes a
watching. You
second.
can have the
It's
eye on them,
sad.
like the whole time, and you just turn away for a second, and bang, something could happen. It's
God forbid.
unfortunate, but it could happen.
Listen,
Yeah.
When you're at the beach, it's worse because I promise you, when you're in the water, you move. You can't help it. As we used to always end up down so far, and my mom used to be like, "Get back down here. Get back over. Who told y'all to go there?" We was like, "But we're not moving."
Yeah.
The waves are moving.
The waves take you.
You there, you playing. When you walk on the beach, you know you have your blanket right here. You walk straight ahead. I'm telling you, in 2 seconds
Yeah.
later, you're gonna be near the pier.
I'm telling you, and I have a story for that too. When I was first coming up in the medical field, my little stint at the doctor's office, it was one of the mothers that always come in. She was so happy-go-lucky, cool. She had great kids. She had a daughter and a son, and he used to play football. He was like the star athlete. One Memorial weekend, they all went to the beach, and he ended up drowning.
Oh,
They didn't find his body till like a couple days later. It floated back up.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so down here in Florida, if you're in any southern state, you have to, child safety is everything.
yeah, definitely.
Child safety is everything.
Look at what happened. When was that happen? That thing that happened in Disney World, and that alligator came. And
Oh
snatched
yeah,
That kid.
oh yeah, that too.
Imagine that. Mm-hmm. That's like unbelievable.
Yes, yes. Yep, I
I
remember.
mean, and you
a
know
lot
what?
of incidents like that though here in Florida though. It's a lot.
Like I
but
said-
then that goes back into child safety because it's very unfortunate. In no way I'm poking at it or treating that anyway in any shape or form lightly. Because it's a terrible thing. I could never imagine that happening to my child. But what time was it? They was out there. It was like the sun had already dropped.
I think
believe.
so. I think
Yeah.
it went.
The
yeah.
sun had already dropped. They was out there, and there were also signs stating that don't be out here.
Yeah, but he was close to that water and the alligator. And you know what?
Yeah, it took
Alligators,
him.
if I'm not mistaken, I think alligators, that's when they most come to hunt is at night.
Yeah,
They nocturnal.
It's
so
like,
they come
why
at
were
night.
you guys out there?
That's terrible, man.
Yeah,
So
it is. We
you
have a lot
gotta
of
you gotta
incidents
create
like
you
that.
gotta have awareness and you know.
I always
they do what they can.
think about that. I mean, I don't know. When I'm out in the street, I'm always thinking about crazy and things that like things.
So you're like one of those destination watchers. Those TV shows, the movie they used to Final
Final
Destination.
Destination.
Yeah. I guess I'm always I'm always looking at my kids like I wouldn't want to see anything happen to them.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree because listen, about mine, I'm going upside everybody's head.
I'm telling you, man.
Everybody gonna get it.
telling you.
So it's just that I know as a parent, like
I'd rather be paranoid
Yeah.
than and have to think that you had something to do with my child getting hurt or something like that, because there's just no telling what might happen.
and then me as a parent too though, if I'm out, I'm of course I'm focused on my child, but I'm also observant. So I'm looking around making sure, because I would never want to see somebody's child drown. And knowing that I'm there, I could never live with that.
Of
Yo,
course.
with me, like even like today, they were in the pool playing and stuff like that. I'm like too fidgety, so I I can't stay here. I gotta go. But just make sure you watch. Make sure you watch everything.
Talking
Make
to
sure
your
everything's good.
wife, you was telling her to make
Yeah, I was
Make
like,
sure
make
you watch
sure.
my children.
Yeah, make sure you watch. Because next thing I was like for
That's
2
so
seconds I was down there. I was
cute.
down there, and my the little one, the 9-year-old, she was in the water having fun. But the little one she was walking off by herself, going to the jacuzzi. I'm like, well, where you going? Oh, I'm gonna go to the jacuzzi. I was like, get back over here. I went to her mother, like, did you know where she's going? She's like, oh, she's
Yeah,
walking off going to the
no,
jacuzzi. Are you
no.
crazy? She can be in some jacuzzi somewhere. You better, wherever she's at, you
It's
better be
for
right there.
Exactly. It's for grown
Yeah,
people.
and then also you have to watch your kids too, because it's people out here that lurks around looking for an opportunity
But the
to
thing is,
snatch
she
them
was
up.
in the jacuzzi with her mother. They came out of it
Yeah,
together,
and then she
now
wanted
they
to
was
go
going to
back.
go back in the pool. Now she wants to go back
the
again.
jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Like, yo, don't be. Listen, you cannot turn your eye around for
No,
a second
man.
when it comes to these kids, man.
That's
In a
pretty-
blink of an eye, they can be
telling
falling
you,
down
man.
some stairs.
If not that,
breaking
somebody
a leg.
could try to abduct them or something like
Yeah.
that. There was even a thing, I think, like I'm not sure where it happened at, where there's some people that would go to like amusement parks, and there was this one incident where the kid went into the bathroom, and there was another lady who was trying to abduct the kid, put a wig on the kid and everything to try to get the kid out of the park.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, people do it, man.
No, people are, invent all types of nonsense to do things, man. You got to be, I don't know. You call it paranoia, call it
Oh
overprotection,
no, it's not.
call
It's
it a
not
mother
paranoia
head.
because
I am not playing when it comes to these streets, man. when it's out here with my kids and stuff like that. Like I said, if I'm out in the street by myself, I know how to maneuver, whatever. I'm going to bust a move or do whatever. But when it comes out there, my family, we in the street with my kids, yo,
I don't play it. I don't play
I'm
that.
at 100, man.
I'm the same way. I'm the only one who feels like I feel more safe leaving my son like with family, like
I agree.
Close family opposed to like a friend of the family or something like that.
I agree, but then it's at the same time too, like when you look back at the statistics of children being molested, it's by family.
Yeah.
Because you're least likely to worry or to doubt, leaving them with it. But I have only a selective few.
I don't play.
I probably could count my the people on my hand as far as who I let my son go with. And he's 10, so he's able to talk and let me know if something happens. So now it's even better. Like my guard when he's away is not as high, but you still gotta watch these people.
Yeah, I
man.
don't think it ever leaves.
My mind is always going. Even if I don't care who it's with. I don't care who it is. It could be Jesus himself. I'm always like,
you have to call. I'll
just
call,
what
check up.
if? I'm always like, and like people say sometimes too. Again, if was a fifth, we all be drunk, but that ain't the case.
Telling you, that's the truth. That is the truth. No,
and I'm always iffing. Always like,
yeah,
what
you
if
have
this,
to.
if
when
that?
I first had my son, like everybody was like, "Oh, but Quisha, you can go, you could take your child to daycare or whatever and let him stay there. He's 4 months now. Like,
no, it
it'll
wasn't
be
no
good
daycare
for him and all this stuff." And I'm just like,
no.
Are you crazy?
You didn't see that case where there was a little. I think he was like 18 months or I can't remember his age, but he was like beaten to a pulp at a daycare.
Yeah.
Like his eyes and lips is also, and I think when they say he fell or something.
Yeah, they'll say this.
I can't deal with that, man.
They'll say the darndest things.
Yo, when it comes to kids, when I don't know. I had friends before I even had my first child or whatever the case may be. It was like you wouldn't know what it feels like when you have your first kid and when you hear kids being abused. It's the truth, yo.
Yeah, man.
When you have your first and you lay your eyes and you see that kid is laying there in the bed and you be like, that's me right there. It's a whole nother.
Yeah, your whole perspective change
I'm
on
telling
everything
you.
because it's just like, what? Who did what? They said
I'm like,
this.
I instantly knew, like, damn, I'm not living
Yeah,
for
it's like
myself.
don't touch my child.
Yo,
Tell me.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with it. Don't touch my child.
Yeah, because
instantly
I'm not going to touch anybody else's kid, or I'm not going to yell at them. I have a conversation like, yo, why you did that? You don't have to do that. You could ask, or no, y'all got to play. Y'all can't do that.
I can tell y'all a crazy story. When my mom, she always worked in the city. She's worked Woody County for like, I don't know, 30 years, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, county worker. So we used to always be involved in Summit and everything that comes with it, with inner city kids and everything. We used to have a blast. Now, mind you, we weren't any city kids.
Oh, Lord.
But my mom
so y'all done got exposed to it.
Right.
Ratchet.
Right.
So we grew up with them. So it was
okay.
fun. It was funny, but it was a lot of drama that came with it too, because they knew that we weren't inner city kids.
Yeah.
We act like it, we dressed like it, we looked like it, we talked like it.
So they was
we
picking
talked
on
like
y'all.
we were in school with the right people. And we were always clean. Like, that's the first thing that the kids would say, "You guys are always so clean." I'm like, what does that mean?
Yes, that's crazy.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's nuts.
But the funny thing about it is, okay, so one summer we had my mom put, if you didn't have to go to summer school, you had to work basically with her, which is for her, with her summit groups or whatever. So, she would plan all of these activities, bowling and all, either watching, taking care of somebody at a daycare or something. We had to do some type of community service.
So is that like summer camp?
Yeah.
Summit?
Yeah,
That's-
somewhat.
So that's what it's called, Summit. That's what it's called.
Yes,
Summit.
Yes,
It's called
yes.
Summit.
It's a
Summer
huge.
camp?
They have summits everywhere though. It's not just like in Florida or something.
okay.
It's summits everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically wherever the inner city or trailer parks or
okay. It's like
It's just the
it's
impoverished
it's just basically you
families.
giving
Yeah.
activities for the end.
for the
Yeah.
poverty, the kids that live in poverty, the underprivileged
Yes.
kids
Underprivileged
and
kids.
stuff
Okay.
like that. So she works with it, and what they do is they hire these people like my mom or whatever to go out into these communities and see what it is that they can do to help, to uplift the children, to uplift the parents, things of that nature. And my mom spent like 30 years doing it. So we would have to do an activity every year. I never had to go to summer school, so I was stuck. Whatever activity
You were smart.
whatever.
You were smart.
She always had me doing something. But one instant in particular, I had to volunteer to be like a first aid nurse or something like that to the babies that are really, really newborns.
Right.
In this daycare facility
Wow.
that my mom chose. Black owned women, from top to bottom. The director was a black woman. All of the ladies inside were black. All of the children inside were black. So
You
it
probably
was-
had one little Puerto Rican.
yeah, exactly. I literally had one little light skinned girl. She was the cutest girl in the whole wide world. She had a little boy's name, and I know why, because her mom was in the army. And it was
Okay.
the funny part about it was, well, it was not funny. It was very sad, honestly, because this little girl, Tristan, this little baby girl, so beautiful. She fell in love with me. Now at this time, I'm like 15.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
I'm 15. I'm not thinking about it. I'm here to help. My mom told me I had to be here. I'm here to help. Change a diaper, no problem. Clean this, no
Yeah.
problem. Sing lullabies, no problem. Whatever you need, I'm just here to do my time. I gotta go, you know. So this little girl fell in love with me. The number one rule was you cannot pick up the kids. Don't pick them up. Don't pick them up because they grow attachment to you.
Right.
Don't touch them. Don't pick them up, babies. What have you? Don't pick them up. If they cry, let them cry. You could rock them. You could just pat them on the back. Be like, it's gonna be okay. But don't pick them up. I was terrible. I'm young. Whatever. She crying. She's adorable. Let me pick her up. I picked her up. Well, I picked the girl up. So I pick her up, and I'm like, okay, I gotta put you back down. I gotta put you back down. Put her down. Whatever. That one time, that's it. From that one time,
Yeah,
she
she
fell
got
in love.
attached.
She fell in love with me. Problem was, her mom was coming back. Now, okay, every day, her grandmother picks her up, right? Her mom is coming back from the service. Now she came back in, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, me and her mom at the time, like we looked alike. Like she's a very young mom. Like she looked like we were favored like a lot. And so the problem was when she came, the baby didn't. And I was standing next to the mom. The baby didn't reach for the mom. The baby reached for me.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It was terrible. It was the worst thing ever. I felt like the worst person in the whole wide
Oh,
world.
man.
And I understand rules are for a reason.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Right.
And it was so terrible. I felt so bad because our mom picked her up and she's like, you know how you hold the baby, right? And the
Yeah.
baby
But
has
it's
her
pulling
both
away, yeah.
arms on the other side of you,
man.
reaching for the next person. And I was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Wow.
I had a Kevin Hart moment, y'all.
You know.
Ah, it was there. No, I'm not your mommy. I'm not.
Wow.
No. It was terrible, guys. Oh my God. But it was an experience, so I love it. I feel like those things are put in place, and my mom is a real good person. She loves kids and working with them or whatever. But I feel like those experiences are necessary. We learned a lot. I said that to say this. In those camps and everything we had to do each year, it was something different. They showed us how to be ladies. They showed us about a whole bunch of different things,
Right.
hygiene, all of this stuff, you know, forks and knives and how to sit and how to be, you know, a lady and talk properly. And, you know, all those things are good. They even had basketball camps, tennis camps. You could pick and choose. One time we went to Key West. We walked up the lighthouse or whatever. We
Oh,
saw how
yeah,
it
that's
functioned
amazing.
and all of that stuff. It was awesome. Like we did a lot of good things. And I don't the thing about it is this president, he's taking away a lot of the even before him, I must admit, it didn't just start with Trump. It's been
Yeah, they've
it's
been taken away
going
from the
on.
inner
They've
city.
been
A lot of
you know,
programs.
taking. So it's not like how it was when I was growing up, you know. So even now to see my mom still trying to do so much, but now a lot of it has to come out of her own pocket because she doesn't feel like what they're giving is sufficient.
Right.
Because it's not. We used to go to a lot of places. We used to have funding for a lot of things.
And it's not like
we were
that anymore.
always at Six Flags. I'm telling you, when I was young, we went to Six Flags like 6 times, like
Wow.
literally. And this was all paid for by the county.
Wow.
All paid for by the county. Busch Gardens, you name it.
Wow.
By the county, it was no cost.
I noticed because even with if I take myself back to when I was like in elementary and junior high and stuff like that, we went on a lot more field trips than what my son goes on. Sometimes I'm like, y'all don't have any field trips, and he's like, no.
And when they do, they ask for a crap load of money.
Yep, and it'd be petty little trips.
Exactly. Not only that, they also want us to pack them their lunch.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
exactly.
what I'm paying for.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm paying the bus driver.
Yeah.
I'm paying gas.
They have free lunch. What
I'm
are you
paying
talking
the
about?
volunteers. I'm lost. What am I paying for?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
And I gotta pack in my lunch for what?
Exactly. And then when you ask them, how did you like the field trip? Oh, it was boring.
Exactly.
Like what?
Wow.
Like,
We couldn't wait till our field
listen,
trips.
and
But
then he
times
always,
has changed.
My son always want to go on a field trip. Always want to go. I was for what?
Because they just want to get out of the classroom.
I tell them you don't want to go on that field trip. I'm telling you, you don't. You don't want to go.
I just think for over the summer though, if I could, go back to, child safety, get them kids into, if they can't swim. Because honestly, my son don't know how to swim.
That's crazy.
You know-
Yeah.
Listen.
You never took a swim class?
No.
Listen,
wow.
They have
So
it at every
I
YMCA.
said that, I said that this summer I was going to take him,
See,
put
my
him in the
mom had us
classes.
in
Yeah.
these programs. See, I was involved in the YMCA. I was involved in Girl Scouts. I was involved in all of these things. My mom just was resilient. She had 5 girls. She didn't have no choice.
But then it's like now with working and the schedules and
kinda
stuff
hard.
like that, it's kind of difficult, especially for me. I'm a single mother, so it's like
Yeah.
it's just me. I don't have the extra hand to say, okay, well,
You gotta make it
take
happen.
take
Listen,
him, yeah,
my mom is
take
so
him there,
cool. She, you know what she would tell you? The same thing she would tell me. You only got one. Shut up. You only got one.
I'm like, listen, I got
Don't
one.
you want to hear you
But
complaining?
I'm alone,
Shut
bruh.
up. You
So-
only got one.
I gotta get these coins because he's expensive.
Wow.
You
You can tell he's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, he expensive, man.
I love it. I love it.
No.
I don't know. My kid, I
love it.
don't know. I try to keep him, how I was a little bit. I always wanted like a boyish boy. Like I really want him. Like I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like I want him to go see like the whole monster truck things. I don't mind if he comes home dirty. I
Yeah.
put him in sports for a reason.
I was
put him in
thinking about for
football.
his birthday, I wanted to take him to Orlando. I had wanted to do like the Volcano Bay thing, but it's probably not gonna work out like that
He's
because
just gonna be so bougie. I'm just gonna love him so much.
yeah. But no, but like things like that he would like. But certain current events happen, so I had to cut like a few heads off. So
Okay.
I don't think that's really gonna work out
I
because
have a great
it'd
idea,
just
though.
be me
You
and
can
him.
have it. I was gonna take my son this year. He's turning 8 right now. I was gonna come up with some type of weird idea to put 8 inside of it. But right on, I don't know what that is. I want to say either Taft or something like that. There is this like little Indian thing or whatever. Anyway, they have a paintball thing there. Like it's a whole
the
paintball.
paintball. Oh,
I just think
Right?
that's too advanced for them because I don't
way.
even like.
I
I
used to
be
play-
getting
yo,
tore up.
I used to
It's
play
what I'm
paintball.
saying, no.
It's
I think I
fun.
still have a
It
bruise
is.
on my thigh.
Have you played paintball before?
Yes, I have. I still
you?
have a
You
bruise
play-
on my
you
thigh,
play-
and this is from like 4 years
Get
ago.
out of town.
Yeah.
The bruise is there from
Yo,
4 years ago.
I cracked my elbow playing paintball.
What? I think it's fun. And I
fractured my
think
elbow.
it'll be perfect.
You
for
think
them.
so?
I think they're at the right age because he is how old now?
He's gonna be 11.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, he'll have
I
fun.
told you what I said to my mom when I was turning 11. Mom, I'm turning 11 teen.
I used to play so much. I had
11.
paint.
So
I had
yeah, maybe we
paintball
could do a
guns and
paintball
everything.
party. Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it
a
was fun.
paintball party. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that'd be
Why
dope.
not? I was gonna try and put it like with a cape where it says like paint 8 or something like that. I don't know. I was gonna try and get creative. I don't
Okay.
know. But you can have it. I think it'll be super dope.
think so?
I think it'll be super cool. I think it's up and coming.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
No,
a
fun.
I'm not
great
gonna. I'm not gonna
transition.
take your idea. That's crazy.
No, I don't care.
That'd be
Trust
fun.
me. My son's birthday is
being
at the
generous.
end of the year.
Yeah.
I'm Lady Love. Come on. His birthday is all the way at the end of the year. I have plenty of time.
Yeah, honestly, I was just like, what, bump that. My
I
son
say
keep
paintball.
asking me for like an iPhone 7 because he has like the SE. So I was like, man, maybe I should just buy him the iPhone and he won't ask me for nothing else. I don't got to spend a whole bunch of money. Give him
See?
that.
He's so bougie.
He ain't gonna put that iPhone in a water
He
or
needs
something.
to
is
whip-
it?
Listen,
I know,
he
right?
learned his lesson. No, trust me. He learned his lesson. You hear, we haven't even been talking about his destructive ways because he's been a lot better. He's been on point
Really?
too. Like in the mornings
Very
when
good.
going to school, I don't have to tell him to get his club
That's
card.
good,
He's
see?
been on point. I ain't even gonna lie. He's been on point.
growing. He's growing.
He been on point. He still get on my nerves though, but he been on point.
Well, that's never gonna change. I don't know. I love my baby. I don't know when it's gonna stop. I hope it don't never stop.
Mm-hmm.
But like I love him the way he is. Like not gonna lie, he real affection. Like he's very
Yeah, that's a
affectionate.
good thing.
I love him to death. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, that's good. No, because we have to raise them with affection. We
Yeah.
can't just have them macho
Right.
all the time. They can't express themselves, you know. Although I don't like to see, you know, men cry or boys or little boys cry all the time, you know. But we have to let them express those emotions, you know.
Oh, trust me. Every time he tries to cry, I'm like, "What are you, a girl?"
Yeah.
What
but,
are you?
but that's a flaw that we have. We shouldn't do it.
I hate
But
to
we
see-
shouldn't do it.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. I hate to see a grown man cry.
Listen,
Yeah,
Hefe
I don't like
dropped
that. I'd be like,
Hefe dropped the ice picks. Like, hold on.
Yo,
Listen.
that's one thing I just can't take. I'm like,
Yeah.
nigga, please hold it. Nigga. Do not
Yeah,
do it.
don't
not
do it.
drop that tear.
I'm the worst bully
Don't
to
do
my
it.
son.
Yeah.
I'm the worst bully to my son. I'm telling you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
don't
just
play
like,
that.
what are you crying for?
Yeah.
Like, who cries anymore? What's wrong with you?
But you know what? They still gonna cry.
Man.
Yeah. But I think it's
my
good
father
for
used to
them.
tell me, he used to be whipping me. You better not cry. You better not
Oh.
cry. And yeah, I guess that's why I don't cry.
That's why.
Sometimes I think about that too as an adult. But like, damn, am I just like so insensitive? I'm like emotionless. Like I can't, you know, have that emotion and cry and stuff like that. I mean, the last
Gotta
time
get a
I
little drink break because I see Hefe and Lady Love going in over there.
I'm telling you, girl, we knocking it
something.
back.
little something, something.
You know, I'm trying to save my stomach too because I really didn't eat today.
Oh,
Like I had
wait a
well,
minute.
I
Wait a
had
minute.
seafood earlier.
But then maybe you shouldn't be drinking it. We don't want to have you too loose like we had
But
you last.
She,
week.
listen, she is good.
Yeah, last episode I was leaning.
Yeah, you was leaning.
She's good. All she gotta do is make a couple steps and she good.
Yeah, that's true though.
She good. That's
Yeah,
the best part
I'm
about
in
it.
my, you know, but I'll be okay though.
Be straight.
I had seafood earlier, you know.
Ooh, what kind of seafood? You know, it's my favorite.
It was
That's my favorite.
it was
Favorite.
Dungeness crabs and snow crab. Yeah.
Love it. Absolute
They
favorite.
brought it.
Death.
Absolute
They brought it.
favorite.
He
Who
was
brought
like, Bay.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh.
They
okay,
brought it. He was
okay,
like, oh,
okay,
you know, I know you like seafood or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, he brought it. We just ate it and then he left. He had to leave because he was getting on my nerves.
Oh my
Yeah, he said something that I didn't really want to hear.
That nigga,
That's good. That's good. That's good right
man.
there.
That man working
Yeah,
hard,
let me
boy.
know.
That man working
Yeah, let me
hard,
know.
boy.
Like, you know, you could go. You could
I'm
go.
telling you.
You could go to your girlfriend's house now. Leave me alone.
Oh,
Gone.
that's how it is. That's what I like. That's right.
She
That's right.
is.
Gone. Go bother her.
That's what you like.
Yeah, she
What
told
do
him
you
what time it is. That's
Yeah, go
that's
on.
gonna make him come back.
Oh,
Yeah, go to your girlfriend's house.
That's gonna make him come back. Watch.
Yeah, go to
She
your
gonna be
girlfriend's
shook
house, leave
too.
me alone. Don't
That
be-
man gonna make him. She gonna fall in love. Watch.
Yeah,
She gonna be like, no,
But-
there's no podcast.
but no, we had.
And that's something like, no, we ain't doing that.
And you
We
know, but
doing this podcast.
seafood is not really like filling, you know. So
no, it's not at
Yeah.
all. But I love it.
So
I
yeah, so
absolutely
that's why
love
my stomach is a little empty. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my stomach is a little empty, so I'm
I
not gonna
wish we
overdo
had
it.
some-
Cocktails,
leave
the
me a doggy
cocktails,
bag.
the
I just want a
cocktails
leg.
are flowing.
Just give me a leg. I just
Oh, the crab?
Leg?
suck on the leg.
That was
for
earlier. That was like at
Suck
1
a leg.
o'clock.
Did I tell you? I
Like,
told you when you was talking about you want to get something. I said wait for Lady Love to get here because I know
Yeah.
she gonna eat. She
But
wants-
no, I
she
figured
wants-
she
not
would. I
play.
figured you
No,
were
she
out
ain't
earlier,
playing.
so
I
I
told
don't
you
care
she
if
was
I
gonna
just
get something to eat.
ate. I'm still ready. I don't
She's
care. I'm
still ready to
always
go,
ready
boy.
to eat.
And then I'm trying to,
Right.
you know, I'm on this little fitness thing, so I'm starting back up everything on Monday, and I'm trying to not like
Listen,
cave for the
yes,
junk.
I know. Listen, I just had another friend girl. She just actually had lipo done.
Oh Lord.
And yeah, yeah. So she just had lipo done, and she's
Was she a
talking
big girl?
about- Yeah. She
Big, big?
Yeah, no, I won't say big, but she's in 200 range, like a little bit up, and a little, you know, heading towards the 300 range.
What do you think about what? Well, I'm gonna ask. Well, I don't mean to cut you off though.
No,
I
no
apologize.
way.
But what do you think about surgeries? Like, would y'all do any type of
Yeah,
cosmetic surgeries
absolutely.
and stuff like that?
I would.
Yeah,
Because
I
right
haven't
now,
done,
I want to
but
give
definitely
give
right.
away some of my boobs now.
I don't.
Yeah,
give
and see,
away
I'm
any of
trying to
my
look.
Boobs.
It's busting out this bra now. I'm like, damn, did I go up a bra
Listen,
size too?
I was the child that prayed for boobs. Y'all don't understand. Like,
No.
I was like, God, I'll tell you,
Listen.
I know why you're not gonna give me no boobs. Let me tell you why you're not gonna give me no boobs, because you know I'm gonna have them out all day, every day, and now I have them, and guess what? They're always out, and I don't give a shit.
It's
This
out
is
right
what
now.
I always told God would happen. I always said that. I'm Sorry, I couldn't wait. Listen,
She said that
my
I was
baby,
out, and I don't care.
My baby was the key to what
Yeah,
I
to give you the
wanted.
boobs.
Okay, because before I had a
I always
child,
had boobs, and they got
no,
bigger.
No, I never. I always
Annoying.
I always had butt. I've always had
Yeah.
butt. I've always had butt. Like
I'll take the booty over the
always.
boobs. Like,
no, never had boobs until after I had my son. Like when I was
Really?
pregnant, and then I got my boob, and I didn't like it though. This was the crazy part
Yeah, them
because I'm
things.
used to not.
Used to not having it.
I was in college and I didn't have to wear a
So
bra.
if you didn't have a butt, would you get one? Like how
If I
these
didn't
girls
have
would
a
get
butt,
one?
would I get one?
no, I wouldn't do the
No,
butt.
so, you know,
Like, yo, I was in
I think
Macy's.
there's other things.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
It's
the
like
butt.
so obvious now.
Yeah.
I was in Macy's just like a couple of days ago, right? I was in Macy's, and I was, going through Macy's, and I seen this chick. She was standing by the counter, but you could just
She looked like a
obviously
duck.
You could see it.
tell,
Yeah.
like she had these like olive oil legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this big round booty. I'm like, that shit. I said, yo, that shit just came out the shop.
Yeah,
I swear to God, it
exactly.
just came out the shop.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I'm not a fan of the
funny.
booty thing because people was like, oh, because I was considering doing the whole lipo thing too, but they was like, oh, take the fat out and then put it in your butt. But I'm like,
But it
nah.
gotta be. But listen to me. I think it has to be in proportion. Your body, it has to fit
Right.
your body.
Right.
You can't have a
Exactly.
big old booty and then you got these
Yeah,
little
and-
teeny tiny
yeah,
legs. It's
yeah.
obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to match.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fake booty,
Yeah.
but I like as far as cosmetic procedure, lipo, I agree with, and then like a breast lift or if you need boobs, I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think listen.
But like nose, Botox, and all that
You
extra
wouldn't
stuff, no.
Would you do
I think
Botox?
I'm fine.
No.
Would you, how
Cause
about
I
you?
feel,
I
I feel
think
like
I'll definitely do
black
Botox.
don't crack. We don't need that.
Yeah,
There's
black,
some black dudes done got.
Yeah, I know.
They get
I know.
Botox.
black
What's that
don't
football
crack,
player
but
from
I think I
Florida?
want to try it.
He's a football player. Well, he's an ex-football player, but he got Botox.
I don't know. They have this thing called a forehead lift. I was looking at it.
Forehead lift.
Like, I don't know how strange that's
They
gonna
got
look.
all type of
I don't
stuff,
think
yeah.
I need any
For
of
who?
that
For
stuff.
black-
And
for
know
black
what I'm
people?
saying? It's for everybody. What do you mean? It doesn't have
Oh.
color on these things.
Wait, you was talking about Deion Sanders?
Yeah, Deion Sanders. Yeah,
He had Botox. I
Yeah,
know
he
he
got
got hair
Botox.
now. He got the hair. He got the hair rejuvenation thing now.
No.
Later I'm gonna show you. Deion Sanders got a full season now.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Wow.
Yeah,
hair's coming
listen,
off.
I don't mind. Like if y'all want to go get y'all hair back, that
Get
I'm all
the
for it.
weave.
I've-
Have
I
you
have
heard
no-
them say it?
I have no-
Meave. It's called meave.
No,
But hey, they be looking good though.
Listen,
I ain't even
Those
gonna lie.
memes-
in New York. I was certified bald. I
Yeah.
kept a bald. The only reason why I started growing my hair back was because too many people was like, "Oh, he's getting old. You must have a hair problem." I was like, "Listen, nigga, I got a full head of hair. I don't
Yeah,
got
you
no
just-
problems
that's-
with
you
my
just
hair.
have
I ain't got no
baldy.
receding hairline, none of that."
Yeah, you do.
But I've been
looking,
bald.
though, yeah, you got a sharp
love being
little
bald.
Caesar
By
over
choice.
there.
Yeah, by choice. I love being
Yeah,
bald.
it's by choice. And you know what? I'm not a fan of bald heads.
I love being bald.
No.
No,
It's the
I
best.
like the hair though. I like the
best.
hair.
It's just wash and wear. You just
Yeah,
wash it and
that's
bust
it.
a move.
That's
I
it.
love
What
it.
do you wash though?
You wash your head.
Just the top
Yeah.
of your
You
head?
just wash your head and just wash your face, wash your head, and
Yeah,
bang
and
bang.
that's it.
That's it.
But that's
Bust
it. You
a
don't have
move.
to do much. You just brush your waves and
Brush what? No, but it takes more time. I mean, with your hair, you gotta go. I gotta
Yeah.
go get. Last week, I had to wait for my barber. I had to.
Right.
But
and
what
the
do
thing
you
is,
prefer?
I mean, I like being bald.
Yeah.
I'd rather be
So
bald.
you ready to go back bald?
Not yet. My kids don't want me to be bald. Like, no, Daddy, keep your hair.
Ah.
That's right.
Think you like
like,
nice
keep it.
and
She's like-
savvy.
Yeah, she's like, keep your hair. So that's the reason why I keep your hair.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
I
No,
don't know. I like hair though. I like hair.
I don't know.
I like hair and I like beards. Like
You like beards?
Yeah, I like it, but I don't like it like Rick Ross
No.
or James
I
Harden.
don't like no
Ugh.
facial hair. I mean,
I just
the only-
like some type of facial hair, and you
A
got to keep it.
mustache.
You got to trim it and keep it neat.
a mustache is about it. but-
Yeah, or like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all down for the hairy men. I don't know.
Oh, you said
Listen,
the last week
I
you liked
like
Caveman.
the caveman look. I don't like the caveman mentality.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
This is
caveman
what I'm
mentality.
saying.
You like them looking rough.
I love
You like
the
you like that rough.
caveman
You like that
look.
rough look.
Yes, very earthy.
Yeah, rugged.
Love that.
Stinky.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Ew, no.
That's okay.
No.
He could
You know,
be
there's something
sweaty.
else I wanted
Nope.
to tell you too. You know, there's something else I want to tell you. Look,
What?
well,
Tell
it's a
me.
little off topic. I don't think y'all ladies might want to reveal
I
this.
want to know.
I don't think y'all ladies might want to reveal
I
this.
wanna
But
know.
there was a little statistic being said, and Amber Rose actually said this too. I don't know if you might.
Is
if
it
y'all
based
don't
upon her picture that she took
no,
when
no,
she
no,
was
no.
laying
with
on
the bush?
steps?
No.
Yeah.
What she said is she likes. I wanted to know if that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? But what she said is that she likes when her man puts his drawers down. She likes to sniff his drawers
Ew.
and like to smell his balls.
No.
What?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, some people like that.
Nah, bro.
They like to smell, No.
I don't want to smell anything. You got to be clean. Like, especially me. You know, I look at
Like that.
nails. If your nails is like filthy,
that tells you a
you
lot.
could never come back around me.
Yeah, that tells you. a
Yeah,
lot.
like even if you're a smoker, you're supposed to be able to keep your. It's a
Right.
certain standard of everything.
Right.
I'm the same way too. Like me with women, like how I always used to be. The first things I always used to look at with women is their feet and, their hands. If you took care of your feet and you took
Yup.
care of your nails and you pampered yourself, I could tell. Oh,
Yeah,
she takes care of herself. She's into
Yeah.
herself.
you have to.
But if you came around with your hammer time feet and your nails not
look,
done,
I
I'm
don't
like,
got no polish on my toes.
I don't care how you look. I'm like,
but I'm
nigga,
okay.
you better get away from me, man.
Because I had like a
I'm
little
still-
incident.
I'm
I kind of
still
fell down
pretty.
the stairs.
You fell on the stairs with
Yeah.
Oh,
there.
no.
I was trying to lift all that studio equipment up the stairs
Right.
and came down.
Oh, my
So I kind of
God.
busted my toe, so I couldn't really do it.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm not saying that you didn't do your
No,
toes.
but I know. But I'm like, yeah, it
No.
got to be on point though.
No,
all the time.
not all the time. No, listen to me. You got some habitual people, some habitual offenders that don't even think about toes or nails or anything. But if you have a situation where you just missed, it's all good. But
listen,
I mean, come on.
You know how to know if a person really does their feet or not?
How?
You got to check the heels.
Oh yeah,
Check
you
the
can tell it when
heels
it's
for
crusty.
sure.
Oh yeah, when it's crusty
For
for
sure.
sure.
Some they can
You
just
can
throw a
see
little
it.
polish on top of it, but
crusty for
yes, but you run
Even me.
the sheets.
I mean, even me as a man, I used to do it all the time. I used to try. I mean, after a while, I used to try to sneak in. I used to go get my feet done, and
Yeah.
get my nails, hair done, and stuff like that. But yeah, it happens. It
Yeah.
happens. But I think men.
I think
men as well
should do it
that.
too. Yes, it's
I would
nothing
do
wrong
it.
No,
with it.
I went a couple times with my husband.
Yeah.
I've been a couple
Yeah.
times. and
Yeah.
I go get my feet
We've
done.
had
I'll get
our
my
mani
feet done.
pedis done together.
Oh yeah, no, babe, I made him do it. I was like,
Yeah.
you need to do. I mean, he didn't have bad feet because he has nice
my
feet,
husband has, like,
but it
beautiful
was
feet.
just
It's
like
disgusting.
it's time to get it done. Time to get it done. I was like, come on, we need to go. You need to get it
Right.
filed up. And he was like, yeah, this is straight. He trying to act tough. This is straight.
You said this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this straight. This
I remember
straight.
because when you do the manicure on your hands, right? They always try to put clear polish.
Yeah,
over
but
it.
no, they don't have to put no
This time,
polish.
my husband, no.
Yeah,
No, I put,
nah,
I,
exactly.
I put clear polish on my. When I again,
Yeah.
when I used to have my head used to be bald,
Yeah.
I used to go in and get my head massaged and get it,
Yeah.
and they put oils.
I
and
mean,
stuff
the
on
nails,
Shine
yeah,
and
but the
everything.
toes,
and
no.
to get my nails
Nice.
done and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I think
I
it's,
don't
that's,
mind it
that's
because
a real,
listen,
that's real dudes. Real dudes do real things. I think
Right.
I do it all. I used to do it all the time.
like I like the pretty rugged boy. That's
Like,
what
what
it
you mean?
is.
Pretty
like
rugged, like
pretty
regular?
rugged. Like he's like clean.
yeah.
Like he carries
Super
himself a
cute.
certain way.
Yeah.
He ain't
Pretty boy.
no burly type of dude. No, he keep himself clean, but at
Yeah.
the same time he kind of scruffy too.
Yeah, pretty fresh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cute little scruffy dog.
Cause you got if I pull your drawers down, I don't want to smell your balls.
Sometimes I might just came home from work.
I don't
I'm
care.
working hard.
Go straight in the bathroom.
See, here's
Sweaty
the thing.
balls.
Now,
Amber Rose tripping.
Some people like that shit, yo.
Yeah, because here's the
Yo,
thing.
some
Like,
people
if
like
you,
that shit.
If you come home from the gym and all that, and I'm ready, I'm hot and bothered or whatever. Like, yeah, come on, let's. I don't care how you smell, baby.
see?
Ew,
See?
no.
You see what I'm saying?
Bust it
No.
down.
See what I'm
Like,
saying?
no.
let's.
See what I'm
I'm trying to
saying?
get it. Like, what happened? See, we can take a shower together.
Oh, okay.
We can
See?
take a shower together.
Oh yeah, but that's what you could do. We can go in there together.
See,
and
it's
then
vice
come
versa.
out.
It's vice versa for a woman. For me, you gotta
Uh-huh.
make sure you be on point.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
You gotta
See,
make
this-
sure you're on point. Me,
I agree.
Because
Me-
I can't do smells.
well,
I can't.
well, okay.
I
Well,
know.
for me, I can't do smells at all when it
Yeah,
comes to women. You gotta be
Well,
on point.
before I even
goddamn it.
married my husband, I knew he had a feet problem. Like, I knew his feet stink. Like,
Oh, that's what you said. Oh,
like
okay.
he has terrible
But
foot
listen,
problems.
stuff like that because they're
stinks.
men. That's okay.
Stinks, like, beyond. Like,
Because
it's
I'm gonna fix
disgusting.
that.
It's like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
ew.
know, I never knew that about him.
How you gonna
Terrible.
fix that? How you gonna fix it? You
What
got
you
bad, you
mean?
got stinky feet. You got stinky feet.
What?
It's-
How you
Listen,
gonna fix that?
as soon as you come through the door, I know that your feet is probably gonna be stinking. So you're gonna go in the tub. You're gonna soak that thing in some Epsom salt.
Oh wow.
We're gonna put some of that eucalyptus in there, and it ain't gonna stink.
He'll
You
be
said
done
that
taking-
eucalyptus?
Wherever
Listen,
you
my
go,
husband-
wherever you go after you leave my house, you can
Bruh.
stink it up there. But
No,
nope.
see, my husband be done took a shower, right? And then he'll be done got out, and I'd be like, wait, but did you clean your feet? He'd be like, yeah, I cleaned my feet. I'd be like, I know you didn't clean your feet. He's like, no, but I did. I was like, no, I'm not talking about like squishing your feet around in the water.
Yeah, you gotta like
Soap on
get the
No,
rag
no,
up
no,
in
no.
between them.
I need you to clean
Get
between
that
your toes.
folk,
So
that
yeah,
soap
like you
and
have
that
to like
Puma
do that.
Stone.
And it was cute, you know what I mean? Like I had to like really like, you know, certain things like, you know, you gotta like kind of sort of like cater them into, not to make your spouse feel like bad or whatever.
Yeah.
Like say for instance, if you had a woman, she had a hygiene problem, whatever, like not something severe, but something like, okay, well, she's always like, you know, a little bit on the smelly side underneath her arms or what have you or whatever. Like you would tell her, listen, babe, maybe you should switch
I shouldn't have to
deodorant."
tell you that.
I know that. But you love this woman.
Oh, I do.
You love her.
But I shouldn't have to
love
tell
her.
you that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to tell her. You shouldn't have to tell her.
Okay.
But you love her. So, and y'all not married yet. You love her. You want to grow. There, people
Oh,
need
no,
people. People need help.
We're not married
sometimes.
yet?
Right.
No.
I'm saying we're not married.
That's a
yet.
problem.
You say, yo, oh,
That's a problem.
Shoot, it's a problem. So,
Well, here's the thing.
Let's
Some
talk about
people
it.
like physically.
I like this.
Some people physically don't
better
really
do
have
something
like
with that stinky
they
shit,
they
yo.
have
I
they
shouldn't
have
have
an
to tell
issue.
you
But
that.
I wouldn't have been
What?
married right
Some people
now.
have an issue.
I
What kind
wouldn't
of
have been
issue is
married
that?
right
You could
now.
have like a medical issue.
What kind of
There-
medical issue?
no,
You
for
don't know,
sweating-
you
for-
trying to tell me you don't know you stink?
No, it's not that, but she can't control it.
What you mean she can't control
She
it? What
can't
do you mean?
Listen,
You
not
know,
me.
listen to me. You
Not
know,
me.
listen to me. You know, even if okay, let's say okay, let's go. I'm gonna give you
Because I've worked around someone like
Wait
that.
a minute. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You
Look
know
at Hefe.
you have a medical issue. Okay.
Yeah,
So you know at a certain time of the day, this is the time where I'm gonna start pop my
Yeah,
arms.
so
gonna
you
start
got
popping.
you got to go.
So at that
freshen up.
point, you should be able to bust a move.
What
Let
if
me
it
get my little
happens
bag.
unexpectedly?
It shouldn't be unexpected because
No,
you know
it
you
is
got
though,
a
but
problem.
no, because it's a
I'm
health
going by-
thing.
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
health
no.
thing. Sometimes your pores just.
Okay.
No.
Oh, yeah, about to
No.
give me my
You
stomach
said
hurt.
you said that you know you got a medical issue. If you know you got a medical issue, that means you have to do extra. That means you have to
No,
be
you're
ready
right
to go.
though. You're right.
So you know when you working and you're around people, there's a certain time of the day you're gonna
So
be
she
popping.
can't have no
Yo,
boyfriend.
Hefe.
What?
Yo, listen. Yo, I had this chick that I work with, bruh. It'd be like 8:00 in the morning. It smelled like she was outside playing like Sunday
Yo.
night football with the boys.
Well, let me tell you something.
Hella musky.
Let me tell you something. Then she was doing that on purpose. Then
Listen, bruh.
she was doing it on purpose.
Yo, we would bring deodorant.
Listen to me.
We would
She
tell
was
her to
doing
go
that-
wash up in the
listen to me.
bathroom.
She was doing that on purpose. Because you know what? I used to work with the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. I had a female coworker I used to work with. I swear to God. She would come to work and it was like she had 1,000 midgets in her mouth with shit on her feet.
Oh Lord.
Okay? 1,000 midgets in her mouth with shit on their feet. Okay?
Oh man, that's another.
I mean,
thing too,
she would
the
come to
breath.
and talk to you, and it just feels like a punch right in your fucking face. Okay? Now, the first time, okay, well, maybe she might have missed the mouthwash or something. After a while, but listen, babe, listen. Something is wrong here.
You know, sometimes
You
when you eat
talking-
healthy too, like your breath kind of like kick in like a little chinch.
But even still, when your
It's
breath is,
certain
come on,
smokers.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you two questions, both of y'all. Now, take it how you want to take it, and you tell me. When your mouth is feeling a little tart, you can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
You feel it.
I listen. I'm the gum and mint queen. Everybody know.
Yes.
They always be like,
You can't feel it in the
"Yo,
morning?
Do you have gum?
Honestly.
You know I got gum. Yeah.
No, honestly, in the morning, can you feel like?
Of course.
I feel my mouth is feeling kind of
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, especially if you don't
My
brush
tongue
your
is
teeth
feeling
that
kinda
night.
heavy.
Yeah,
If you don't brush your
especially.
teeth that night, when
Yes,
you wake
when
up
you wake
in the
up, you gonna have
morning,
dragging.
You can totally taste the difference.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. There's something else too with certain people too.
Mm-hmm.
There's these nodes, and because again, remember, your nose, your mouth, your eyes are all
Mm-hmm.
linked together. Sometimes in the back of your throat, and you have those nods, these nodules in the back of your throat, whereas you know. It's hooked to your nose. You tend to build up like a calcium in the back of your mouth.
Right.
You ever see sometimes when some people, their breath just tastes. I mean, it smells like pure, fresh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pure. That's because in the back of their throat, they're not really like gargling. You have to
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
gargle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And
Real-
I wonder, do they notice that?
no, some of them don't because
They don't.
It's,
It's a
I don't know what
condition. It's
It is a
something.
condition. Because
Halitosis.
no,
Something. I
yeah,
don't
it is
know what it
halitosis, but I don't know what I seen it on YouTube and I forget what it is. But your throat tends to build up some calcium and it's like these little nodules that tends to come out and it's in your throat, but you can't see it.
You can't see it until it's ready to come out.
Right. It smells like pure
Yeah,
shit.
it smells awful. Yes.
Okay?
Wow.
Yes.
And you need to gargle.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that.
Because like you have your air pipe and you have your food.
Right.
Like it's different areas where the air go and the food goes.
Right.
So like
That's what people chose.
like
tends
our
to
body
leave-
is like a
it
well-oiled machine.
It tends to
cleans
leave
it out.
It tends to leave a residue.
And it leaves them little almost
and you
like
know what hap-
stones.
Right, exactly. And
It's
you know
almost
what?
like stones.
And you know what happened with that girl I was telling you about? You know what her problem was? It was that
She
when
has so many backed up.
No, not just that. Her mother never forced her to go brush her teeth in the morning.
Oh my God.
Her mother never took her to the
What is this
dentist.
girl that you was telling Sassy about?
Huh?
What? Huh?
No, that
the
coworker.
stink-
Remember that
the
coworker
stink breath
with the
hole.
stick breath?
The stink
After
breath
I
hole.
started talking, we started getting, we started having a good relationship, started talking and stuff like that. She was a nice girl. She was pretty, but we started really having a conversation,
Right.
and I really had to tell her, like,
Yeah,
yo,
like, yo, bitch, your
you know,
breath stink.
yo, listen. The first time was cool, this, that, and the other. But then she started talking to me and telling me the reason why that is because, she doesn't realize it, but her mother never really took her to the dentist, never told her, listen, it's really imperative. You have to brush your teeth in the morning, brush your tongue. Yo, you have to do brush. I mean, not only
Yes.
people just go in and just
You
brush
gotta
their
floss
teeth.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
just
that's
have to
another
br-
thing too.
Yo,
Yeah.
brushing your
Yeah.
teeth is brushing inside of your
Yeah.
mouth. You brush your gums, you brush your
Yeah.
inside of the walls of your
And
mouth,
your
the upper
tongue,
part of your mouth.
everything.
Everything.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get on my son. Like he
Yeah.
always gets up before me. So when I get up,
You be
and
like,
I
yo,
see
you be
him
like,
in the bed and he has his little Game Boy on, the first thing I
like,
say,
did you go brush your
Did
teeth?
you brush your teeth?
Oh man, I used to get beatings for that.
Yeah.
don't?
Listen.
They don't
yo,
get beatings for not brushing their
Yo,
when he
teeth.
get
when I
up,
was a kid,
That's one thing.
When I was a
will
kid,
not
I used to
stop
get
doing.
beatings for that.
Yeah.
If I got out the bed and I was out just, sometimes kids get up in the morning. Back when I was a kid, I used to watch TV and stuff like that.
right.
Yo, if I didn't brush my teeth, and my mother was like, "Oh, did you brush your teeth yet?" So that means you standing out here talking to people with your nasty breath,
Stink ass breath.
your stink breath. You didn't even brush your
play that.
teeth.
I don't
Oh,
play that.
boy.
You're not allowed.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
my son has received plenty of
Oh,
ass
yeah.
whooping.
There you
know
go.
how you
Listen.
say, "Oh,
There you
I don't
go.
want. I know my mom was mean or whatever." And there's a lot of things that I don't want to take that she did to me or whatever. But then I step back and I think about it and I say, "Well, I turned out pretty damn good." So yeah, he gonna get a couple of these ass whoopings.
I try to give him
don't
a pass,
think-
but I shouldn't
I
have to tell you
don't
to go
think
brush
that
your
was wrong.
teeth, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Listen, I told my son that. I was like, you're at an age now where I shouldn't have to tell you.
And if I
when you
smell your
wake
breath
up-
after you told me, like if you didn't brush your teeth, you're gonna get another kick in your ass.
Oh, listen, my son is already well equipped. He knows. There is a breath test. Did you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Did you wash your face? Come here. I'm all in his face.
Yeah.
I'm all
Right.
in his. All in
Listen,
his
I ain't
eyelids.
invest in that
He opens his
$69.99.
mouth, I say, huh? That's what I want to hear. Huh?
Listen,
Yeah.
I invested in the Philips, the Sonicare, the toothbrush.
Yeah.
$69.99. My
Yeah.
nigga, you better make sure that
You
those
use
teeth
every
and that
bit
tongue,
of it. That's
them
right.
chompers better be.
That's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do
And
not
you know
play.
what? It's the thing about it is too. It's these things. Even like I said, my mother used to tear my ass up for it. But as a kid, to this day, it's still with me. It's the first. Even with my daughters, I make sure when they get up, I say, "Yo, you talking to me right now? Your mouth is you just talking to me? Did you brush your teeth this morning? Go brush your teeth, yo. It's good hygiene and stuff
Yeah.
that you have to do.
No, but I also incorporate with that as well manners too, because my problem is like even when I'm at work, like people, you're just coming in or whatever, and you're probably the first person that's coming in for your department. Maybe something, people are always there before you or whatever. Something goes on wrong or whatever, or somebody important like I don't know, warehouse manager or somebody or CEO or whatever needs to know what's going on, or another manager or da-da-da-da. So you're the first face that they see. And so they come up to you and they just blurt out something. Like one of my pet peeves is don't talk to me unless you say good morning to me.
Ooh.
I don't
Yeah,
care
it's
about
the
what you got
manners.
going on.
It's the
What?
manners.
So
Don't
what you
have
trying to
nothing.
say? What you
So
say?
when
They
I
don't
go
say
in
good
his
morning
room,
to you.
when I go in my son's room in the morning, even though I'm finna get his ass, I say first thing, good morning. Good morning. Did you brush your teeth? Then I go in.
But
did
you
brush?
know what?
Did you wash your face?
My son is very good with that. He will wake up and be like, "Good morning, mommy." You know, he
I
always,
would tell him, don't say
even
good
if
morning
I'm
to me unless
going
he
up
brushes
the
his teeth.
road, if I'm leaving and I'm just running right to Walmart or running to Walgreens, okay, love you, have a nice day, be safe. He always says that. So he's a very mannerful kid, you know?
Yeah.
We gotta
You have to
remember
go- yeah, you
once
have to
we're
good
done
manners.
with them.
You gotta have to respect.
But they say once we're done with them, somebody else has to deal with them.
Exactly.
So make sure that you raise them the right way.
And
Exactly.
and it reflects back on you because when you have those
All
good
the
house
time.
manners and you outside with the public,
the
you could
time.
tell like, wow, he has good manners. She has good manners.
Right.
You know, you should have to have that. You have to have respect for your elders. You should be able to come to somebody and even though I'm not around, and as a parent, you're talking to somebody, you should talk to somebody with respect. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Exactly.
I've always done that. Like some people, when I've done that, I don't know. They be like, "Well, you're in the military." I'm like, I'm no military.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm just
wanna
having
make
being respectful,
yeah,
man.
I
Being
just want to make
mannerful.
sure.
Right,
I
right.
mean, as far as in raising kings or what have you, like I want to make sure that I'm raising a man.
Oh, of
Right.
course.
You know, and I want my
Of
man.
course.
Like it's so funny because whenever I talk about this, I always say my man. I always
Right.
say that when I talk about my son, I always say my
Yeah.
man.
That's right. He is your
Because
man.
he is my man.
He is your man.
So I'm
Exactly.
raising my man to be like the perfect man. Like what are you talking about? I ain't gonna be able to marry her, but I'm gonna make sure whoever do, she gonna be well happy.
Exactly.
She's gonna be very.
He's not going to need a whole lot of work.
Yeah, he's
Right.
not gonna need a whole lot of work. The work is gonna come from her and her background, and I'm
Right.
willing to, mold her and help her with whatever way that I can. If she truly loves my son and y'all really want to make it work, let's make it all work. But
Right.
at the end of the day, like he's not gonna be lacking for anything. I'm gonna make sure that he has all the tools.
All the tools.
All the tools, as much as I can motherly muster.
Right.
That's why it's so imperative that we have both male and female raising these
Right.
kings and queens, because it does matter. The things that
It
I
does.
went through,
Absolutely.
the my point of view is totally different from a male's point of
It's
view.
true.
It just is.
I realized that. You know what? I really realized that with my first daughter. I mean, of course, my first daughter. She's 22 years old now.
Awesome.
But I realized that me not being there for her, even though again, and I've said that to myself a lot. Sometimes as parents and new parents, we tend to make decisions for ourselves, but we don't realize the decisions that we make for ourselves. When we have kids, we're making those decisions for them too.
Right.
And it really affects them more in the long run than we really realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I realized when, me and my first daughter's mother was going through it, I thought that I was doing the right thing. I mean, all the fighting and all the back and forth, I thought it was the right thing for me to do was for me not to be in that environment, for my daughter to be in that environment. But in all reality, it affected her.
Yeah.
To this day, it affects her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She always brings it up, right?
Yeah, not always brings it up, but there was times where we have conversations and she would say to me like, "Oh, I left her,"
Yeah.
and I didn't. To me, I wasn't looking at it like I was leaving her. I was thinking like I was doing something good because I thought that all the fighting and all of
Right,
the,
right.
the
Would be worse.
dysfunction in the
Right,
house wouldn't be good. You know what I'm saying? So my daughters that I have now, I mean, no matter what would happen with my my current wife or whatever, I told myself like, yo, I'm not going nowhere. Wherever my daughters, if I go somewhere, my daughters are going with me, period.
Right,
It's just
right.
no question about it. It's no me not being involved in their life or whatever the case may be. Even still, like with my first daughter's mother, even though she tried to do everything that she could do to,
Spitefully.
yeah, and at the end of the day, my daughter winds up moving. Once she got out of high school, she wound up moving with me. She wound up,
Oh, wow.
going to school with me and living with me and all that other stuff. It still came back again. That's why I said everything is like 360. It goes around
Yeah.
a circle.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have to say nothing bad about. And I used to tell my daughter's mother that I said, listen, man, this little girl is not getting younger. She's getting older. She's gonna start realizing that you're stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That who's the real idiot out of this
yeah.
situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They
And
And that's
why-
basically what happened.
That's the same thing like with me,
Always have to grow
like
up.
I don't want to
Yeah.
keep bringing light to him,
Right.
but at the same time, it's the same scenario. It's
Right.
just like, get it together, bro. It's not about you. It's
Right.
not about you because you should know that I don't care. Like the
Right.
sole purpose, I will always say the sole purpose of me buying my son a phone was to communicate with him directly.
right.
So you don't have no excuse to say, oh, when I
Right.
call him, you block me from talking to him.
Right.
No, he has a phone, but he wanted that direct contact with me.
Right.
That if he can't call my phone and be able to talk to me
Right.
and stuff like that, or just to have the inclination of saying, okay, I got to answer the phone,
Right.
Right.
he ain't gonna do it. When I initially got my son the phone, he was like, oh, I'm not calling that number. You trying to set me up.
How you setting them up?
Exactly. He's just a douche. But like I said, your kids is gonna see it. Your peoples is gonna see it.
Always.
Yeah, your people's is gonna see it, man. I mean, the kids is gonna see it. Like whoever the bad parent is, it always comes to light.
You don't have, and the thing about it is, you don't have to talk bad about the person
No.
because who you are is who you are.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You can't get around who you are. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, kids are not stupid. Kids are not stupid. Kids pick up on everything.
They
Yeah.
sure do.
All of your mannerisms, everything. And again, like I told my daughter's mother, I used to tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, listen, you think by you holding her from me and doing all these things and telling her this stuff and whatever you telling her, you think that's what it's gonna be?
Yeah.
You know, she's not getting younger. She's getting older. She's gonna start realizing who's the real idiot out of this whole situation here. She's gonna realize.
No, I think that the whole issue with my baby's father, because I mean, in the beginning, me and Sassy, we had a couple episodes on our background and how we came to be these mothers and my whole situation as far as in how my husband that I'm married to, my husband, he's not my son's father.
Right.
He's not his biological
Right.
father, and how his biological father, I had to come to terms with leaving him alone. How I had to come to terms with realizing that that's just not what he wanted. Okay, so yeah, my husband is not my son's biological father, but he's been in his life for forever since I was pregnant.
Wow.
So since I was
That's
pregnant.
amazing.
Yeah, since I was
So
pregnant.
he's the father.
Yeah,
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 much.
it's like the only man that my son knows. So
Wow.
it's like,
So he's
like
the
that's
father.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you try to bicker back and forth with these people that you actually like? I don't know, made a child with. You know, if that's not really what they want to be, or if they're not mentally like ready to be there. Because me myself, you know, I just decided to leave his ass where I picked him up at in Georgia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Left his ass
So
right there.
he lives in Georgia.
He
Yeah,
resides in
that's
Georgia,
like mine.
yeah.
I put him back on the plane, sent him back to where he
Yeah.
came from, and I ain't looked back since. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, I mean, for
Yeah.
your own health, you have
Yeah.
you can't be around like
Insanity.
crazy
I
people.
mean, just not even for your health, for your child too. If
Yeah.
he's not
For
going to be a
everyone's
good,
well-being.
if he's not going to be a good role model for your child and be able to further that, further that mental stability for your child and for you, I mean, what good is that nigga?
Exactly.
Man, put that in the make that nigga kick rocks, man.
Exactly.
real.
So yeah, no, you know, you
And then
gotta,
if you find another man that's willing to be that role model that your child needs to be, then that's just what it is. Like even with me, like I said, I mean my son. I mean, he's my son. You understand? I've been with him since he was 2 years old, but he
Right.
does have a father.
right,
And again, I know me what it is to have that fatherly figure in your life because I had it. You know, so I wouldn't want to deprive my son. I love my son. I wouldn't want to
Right.
deprive him of having that bond with his father.
right, exactly.
know?
And it's
So-
amazing because now he have two fathers.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
even better.
And you know, and like I said, he calls me. I provide pretty much almost anything this boy asks for. I provide
loves
for him.
you.
You know,
That's
if his father,
love.
if his father's not,
That
you
is
know,
love.
is not, you know, I mean, and don't get me wrong, you know, me
Has
and his
he ever
father.
tried to do something to make y'all butt heads? Like,
Yeah, no.
If he wanted like a dirt bike or something
No.
dangerous.
No, not at all. I mean, there's been
kids do
times where
that.
me and his father might not see eye to eye, but what I can say about his father is there for his son. He
That's
tries
amazing.
to do whatever he could do.
Right.
It may not be whether it might be much or it's not that much or whatever. He
Right.
still tries to be there for his son.
Right.
And sometimes as a kid, that's all you want. You
Yeah.
may not
Right.
want that much. You just want to have that relationship
Yeah,
Right.
just
with
you
your
there.
father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because my father wasn't always bringing me bikes home and taking me to the bike store, buying me stuff. My
Right.
father was, with me thinking about it now, my father, when I thought like, damn, I want a bike, I want this, I want that. My father was paranoid just like me.
Yeah.
You know, and always worrying about me and my well-being and me getting hurt and stuff. So he wouldn't, it's not that he didn't want me to have it.
Did you get hurt when you were younger? Like, like I don't know, in any type of way, like bite, like doing
yeah, all the
something
time.
like break arms or
No, I never broke
legs?
no legs, but I cracked my head open a few times, like, you know.
That's where
Like I
that
had
fear
stitches.
comes from.
No, yeah,
That's where that fear comes. Because I mean, I've never really did anything dangerous, so I think that's why I let my son just roam free. Like I don't think that I don't think he's going to do anything, but that's
You just
because
never
I've
know.
never broken an arm or an elbow or an ankle.
Well, I mean, I would say me in the environment that I grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I was very fortunate that I stayed out of the way of not getting hurt because
Mm-hmm.
please believe it, I've been in a lot of situations where I could have gotten hurt
Yeah.
really, really bad, but it just kind of overpassed me or whatever the case may be. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, yeah, I just never got it because I was always into some dumb shit. You know, I was always doing some dumb shit or getting in trouble doing something. So, you know, it was always something. But you know, again,
You was
when
a
it comes to
boy.
kids, yeah, when it comes to kids, you just never know. And
Yeah.
and again, with having that fatherly figure around and that father giving you those little jewels that you may not get from anybody else.
Right.
That's what it is. And with my son, this was what it is. I mean, he always comes back to me regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Regardless, he always comes back to me. He's always calling me, always talking to me,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know, we have
love
like
that.
a real good relationship and things like that. But I never come between him and his father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that male bonding. I think that is, I think they was talking about that today on 99 Gems, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. About how, there's somebody trying to take away the whole rules of, I think it was a transgender or something like that student wanted to pledge for something or what have you or whatever, and they're going back and forth about how it should not be allowed because it's been so many traditions and so many things it's an establishment, it's a foundation where you want to be an AKA now, but you were born a male. Like, it's only for women, and it's like now they're trying to say that that's discrimination.
Well,
now they're trying to undo all of the things that these fraternities and these sororities have built. That was the main topic today on a radio station.
You can't open up the door just a little bit. The door's wide open now.
Yeah.
You can't backtrack
Yeah.
on what's going on. Those foundations that we say that, oh, this is the foundation, this is what we're
Right.
gonna follow because this is the blueprint. No, there
Right.
is no blueprint because nowadays you have people that's transgender. You have people that's coming into themselves that
Right.
feel like they're women, and females that feel like they're men.
Right.
I don't know what that is, but they do because they're feeling it inside of them. You understand? So we can't put ourselves in boxes no more. Like, well, this is a box and this is what we're gonna do here. No. If you're gonna open it up and you're gonna accept them, you have to accept it all the way.
Yeah,
Whatever
'cause you
comes
think-
with it, you gotta accept it.
I mean, I think that we'll have
Period.
like a lot less craziness going on if people are willing to be or if people feel more accepted by society instead of ridiculed
Absolutely.
by society. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, it's been a lot of stuff going on
Yo,
way back.
Let me just give you this little thing. I would rather it be out in the open than it be a secret and these
Yeah.
people have to hide it. Because
Yeah.
I have a daughter too, and you may have a son. Would you want some gentleman who feels that he's transgender and a woman coming to your son and saying, well, I used to be a boy, but now I'm a girl,
Or I
and
already
tricking
told
him
my
like
son-
that?
I already told
It's
my
the
son,
same
I
thing.
said, bring them home to me first, please.
Why would
Bring
you
'em
want to do
home.
that? Why
Bring
would
'em
you
home.
want to trick somebody like
Bring
that?
'em home to me
So I would
first,
want
and
it to
I'ma
be
let
out
you
in
know
the
what it
open.
is.
Right.
Long as it's out in the open, then we could really see what's going on. If that's what you want to accept and this is what
Yeah.
you want, you in love with this person, there's nothing I can do about it. But I think it should be out in the open. When we keep on trying to put ourselves in boxes
Yeah.
and keep on not ourselves, I'm talking about society who's not trying to accept these people and,
Right.
and accept who they are. This is who they are.
But
Let's
then-
put them out. Let's put it all out on the table.
I mean, think about this too, because since we're on the situation, we're on the subject.
We freestyling, baby. We
on the
freestyling.
subject.
We
So
letting the
it's
conversation
like-
go where it goes.
Yeah,
We
like
freestyling.
I mean, what about all those Christians that's like, oh, this is Sodom and Gomorrah all over
Hypocrites.
again.
Listen.
Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. If you accept
Hypocrites.
it, if you're like this, then God destroy. He's coming back. He's gonna destroy the earth again with fire and all of this nonsense. First time he did it, it was with water. Yeah.
I hate to talk about politics, and I definitely hate to talk. Well,
Religion,
I'm not gonna say I'm
two
a
of the
religion.
most-
Very
yeah.
touchy because
Politics
we
and religion.
we could agree on a whole bunch of other things, but we may not agree on politics, and we may not agree on religion.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of things with this institution. Like again, I was raised a Catholic. Okay, I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
I was baptized. I had communion. I did confirmation. I did all that stuff. I got paddled by nuns. I did it all. So, but when it comes to this church and the structure of being in a church and following the pastor or following the priest, me personally, I don't believe in it. If you want to go to church and you believe what you want to believe in, and that's what gives you that strength to make you move forward and do those type of things, I don't believe in that. So for the church to come, I think they're so hypocritical to be able to say, oh, well, I accept this one, but I'm not accepting that one, or whatever the case may be. But in turn, you're accepting this criminal of a president who's a philanderer,
Right.
who's a cheater, who's a two-timer,
Yeah.
6 and 7 different wives and all kind of
Sexist.
stuff. If you willing to accept that, how am I gonna say I'm gonna walk into a church and say I'm gonna accept you? It's just hypocritical. So I don't accept any of that stuff. Whoever, you can love who you want to love. You want to be with who you want to be with. It's not affecting me. It's not affecting nobody else. You can't stop who you love.
Yeah.
You understand?
All
And that's just what
all
it
you
is.
can control is who you love. It's like I know that I love my son, and I know no matter what, like whoever he ends up with, whatever he decides to do,
Right.
that I'm gonna back him 100%.
Yeah.
Because I have no choice.
Absolutely.
All I could do is equip him enough, and like even now, like even though like he's at the house with my mom and all of his cousins or whatever, and they're all around the same age, like I just want to let him know, listen. If anybody tries to like bully you or like, pressure you to give them your toy or whatever, let somebody know. Tell your grandma, don't be afraid to be a snitch. Listen, tell your grandma, don't be afraid to be a snitch, because I want him to know that he can talk. I don't want anybody to be able to take away his freedom of speech.
Right.
I need him to be able to say, because I tell him all the time, like he'll tell me, I'll look back at him because I'm always hot. Everybody knows that. I'm always hot. I don't understand why, but I'm always hot. And so in my car, it's always cold. So I look back at him often and he's like shivering or whatever. I'm like, why don't you tell me that you're cold? He's like, I don't know, because you don't seem like you're cold. And I'm like, I know I'm not cold, but you need to tell me, because closed mouths don't get fed. Like, I can't read your mind. Like, you need to open your mouth and you need to be able to express and tell people how you feel, if you especially when you're uncomfortable. That's not the time to be quiet. That's the time to speak up. And I'm just trying to like protrude that so much into his head that he needs to speak up. He needs to speak up. He needs to speak up. He needs to talk. Because if we talk about more of these things and we stop keeping these things buried
Bottled
inside
in.
of us and bottled up,
Telling you.
There'll be better people.
Not just better people. You won't have these crazy people out here trying to pull their guns
Exactly.
and go in malls and go in
Exactly.
places and kill people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Stop alienating people and stop telling people who's right and who's wrong and this, that, and the other. Who you want to be is who you want to be. You understand? I mean, as long as you're not hurting nobody,
Right.
and you being peaceful,
Right.
and you being loving or whatever the case may be, who am I to tell you no?
Right.
That, oh, no, you can't do this
Right.
because this is what we normally know. Yo, people change, man.
Right.
People
Right.
change. Times change. Society changes, and we have to change with the times.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. We can't. These AKAs are nothing different from like when there was this big thing back in, I guess, when Barack Obama was in office, and they were talking about that. I don't know if you remember that thing about Virginia, about that transgender. There was a bakery, and these two transgender couples came in. No, two, I guess, gay couples came in. They were having a wedding and went to this bakery and asked the bakery to bake them a cake. And the bakery said, no, it's against my religion, so I'm not going to do it. No, if you have a business and you say that you a cake maker and you want to bake cakes for people,
Right.
I don't think you have the right If you
Right.
want to serve the public, you can't pick and choose
Who
who
wanna
you can serve to.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You understand?
Because that's segregation.
It's not only segregation, it's discrimination.
Yeah.
You can't just
Segregation,
if you a business,
discrimination.
if you got a business and you say I'm white master baker, nigga, you need to bake cakes for every goddamn body.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to discriminate who you can bake for and who you can't bake for.
Right, because at the end of the day, money is green and
You
plastic
damn
is
right.
plastic.
That's right.
Plastic is plastic. And
Keep
money
your
is
religion
green.
in your house. Keep your stuff
Exactly.
in your house. You got a
Exactly.
business. If
Exactly.
you want to not do that, then
But
you
that's
go.
how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Listen, like I said,
That's
I said it
exactly
last
how.
week. The blueprint has already been built.
Of course.
It's already been implemented, and we got to know how to maneuver. You understand?
I'm gonna have some books coming out because I feel
Period.
like I really need to get like writing. I really feel like I really feel like there's a lot of things that's in my mind that I think that people will agree with, and I just don't want to point anything out. Like I don't want to point or talk about certain things that I've read and certain things or whatever. Like I want to put it all in a nice little piece for you guys to get and just read upon.
Absolutely.
And just
Me and you
really,
both are gonna
stimulate
be
your
doing
mind.
books.
Stimulate your mind.
Yeah.
Me and you both.
Yeah.
I hear you.
There's a
That's
lot of
what's
things
up.
that we could talk about for sure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this was just free speech. We're gonna call it free speech since everybody want to be on Kanye West's asshole about free speech.
Yeah, we freestyling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free speech.
Free speech.
Yo, and I'm gonna say it one more time. If you people out here ain't burning up these goddamn,
I knew that was coming.
I never owned them damn
the Yeezys. Yeah,
'cause
they
I,
too expensive for my
I never
taste.
liked them shits anyway.
Jesus
But if you're not
fuck.
burning that shit up and burning up every CD he got, you're on a whole nother route. That nigga need to feel that. You understand? That's stupidity. And
Yeah.
and what that dude is just really just being out of touch. It's like
Man.
when you get to that type of celebrity, you're like a fish in a fishbowl. You know, people just telling you yes all the time, and never
Yeah.
telling you no.
Yeah.
Because my mother used to say it all the time. When you friends with somebody, just tell your friend, don't do that. You
Right.
ain't gonna be no friends no more.
Yeah.
But that's jumping into the next segment. So we're gonna keep it
I
going on.
apologize.
That's why I wanted to
I thought
close it out and then
we
go into the next
freestyling.
one. Yeah, we
We talking
freestyling,
about
but
it.
I
We
still want to
freestyling.
section it a little bit.
No question.
I still want to section it a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. That dude Kanye is just, he's a nutcase. He needs some help. Somebody need to get him
Yo, listen.
get him that help before he jump off a building, because that's what I see
You
coming
can't
next for
give
him.
somebody no help if they don't think they have a problem.
That's true.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
Whether it's a gimmick, it's not a gimmick. I don't really think it's a gimmick because, I mean, through the grapevine, quiet as kept, this dude was always a dude that liked to, use his mouth. And now
Yeah.
he's at a level where no one is ever telling him, listen, man, you talking some bullshit right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
Yeah, he don't
nobody
have that, and then he
Well,
around that family that they. I don't think they even care, because they should have came up and spoke out against that shit that he's saying too, but they're just quiet.
Heaven. Yes.
Yeah.
They just really quiet. I already posted about it though. I put a post of her up because she posted a picture of her on top
And
of
something that Snoop Dogg said too. Snoop Dogg was saying, so I'm sorry to cut you off, Lady Love.
It's okay.
But it's something Snoop Dogg said. He was like, "Yo, he need to get with some real black women that can slap his ass
Yeah.
and tell him what you talking." And that's part of what it is, man. It's just like, he's at a level where he's a celebrity where he really can't go nowhere. It's not like he can go out to Chicago where he really's from and really touch the people and know what's really going on.
Right.
For you to
Because he's
say
so
these things
disconnected.
and he's not connected. The man said himself like he doesn't listen to politics. He just started watching CNN.
But
which I don't
yet
even
still,
watch
you have
CNN.
all this to say about Trump.
Because you want to know what the thing is. His analogy was that Trump is a loudmouth, and Trump basically sounds like he sounds and says the things that he says. But the thing that he failed to realize, Trump has the complexion for the protection. He ain't got that.
Exactly.
He can't do what Trump did.
What you
I don't
said?
care.
Wait, rewind.
Where you want to go?
For the protection.
Here's a new word now. Here's a new
said
word to add to your
complexion
repertoire.
For what?
The complexion for the protection.
Hey, I'm gonna get that put on a t-shirt. Y'all think I'm fucking around?
There you go. Listen to me.
Hey,
There's some
again,
people
Hefe.
out here. People want to call it what they call it, white privilege or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's the complexion for the protection.
Wow.
You can do certain things. Certain people can do certain things, and certain people can't. Perfect
That's
example.
true.
Perfect example. You may agree with me. You may not. And like I said, I don't condone rape. I don't condone drugging nobody. Bill Cosby. It's a perfect example. We don't care how much money you got. We don't care what you've accomplished. We don't care what you brought to the table, what you helped the community with, what colleges you donated to. If you step out of line, nigga, you're going down.
Yeah.
And that goes for everybody. So
Yeah.
any brother out here that's sitting on that big paper doing what you want to do, step out of line if you want to. You're going to go to jail. We don't care how old you are.
Right.
We don't care what you did. You're going to jail. But still in all, again, the complexion for the protection. You got dudes that did the same thing he did. That's skating.
Yeah.
They're not going to see a day in jail.
That's it.
Look at these jokers right now. Look at these jokers right now who are felons, went to jail. They're running for office, trying to become senator, trying to become congressman. Let a brother go do that. Let a brother go talk about, I'm gonna go run for senator or be a congressman. These jokers
you
really,
down.
these jokers really feel it in themselves to feel like, well, I'm gonna go stand up here and run for senator because I felt Barack Obama railroaded me. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you serious? You can't be serious. But this is what it is. You gotta have the complexion for the protection. If you ain't got it, it's a wrap for you. And that's the thing with Kanye. Kanye is saying the things that he's saying, but I promise you, let him step out of line. Let him do let him step out of line. Let him do an OJ. Let him do some nonsense.
He gone.
He out of here. It doesn't matter how much money he got. He ain't got the complexion for the protection. He's going down. Man, please.
That's the truth. I don't understand him.
Listen, don't try to understand him. Okay? That's
just
the thing.
puzzles me.
People out here is trying to sit back and try to understand him. Don't try to understand him. Okay? I'm telling you what it is. He's out of touch. He's not like us, and that's a fact. We have to understand that he's not like us. So the things that he's saying, don't look at it like it's such a surprise. Because if you living in a fishbowl, how will you really be able to touch the people and know what's going on?
True.
And on top of that, he has a whole bunch of people around him. Do you think those people are telling him, "Hey, Kanye, guess what, man? What you saying is some bullshit."
Right.
Because they have
They're all yes men.
not only just
They
yes
all on
men,
the
they have a
payroll.
lot. They on a
the
payroll.
payroll.
You want to get paid. You want to go tell the boss, listen, boss, man, you need to shut your mouth. What you saying is stupid. Okay?
Anyway-
Ain't nobody telling him that.
When you next to a musician, you hurt them. Listen, my whole album gonna be about you. What you talking about? I'm gonna make money off of you. I'm gonna dismiss you, and I'm gonna make this money off of you. Because
This
I'm
man-
gonna go in the studio, and I'm gonna bleed my heart about you. Like,
I mean,
I'ma give
for
you
this
a lot
for
of
this
shots.
man to fix his mouth to come and say
Slavery was a choice.
was a choice. Where do you get that from? And on top of that, you don't have to look too far, man. You don't really have to go that deep. His mother was a black activist.
Exactly.
She
That's
was
what
a
I don't understand.
professor of black studies. You trying to tell me this dude is in touch? Come on, man. There's
That's
no
just
way
like-
he could be
He
in
lost
touch.
his damn mind.
It's
That's
just
what
like
he did.
Tupac
No
saying
way.
something like that. Ain't no
Come
way.
on, man.
Exactly.
He's not in touch.
It's no
And you
way.
can't expect this man to be.
No.
You know, in one ways you got to give him a pass. You got to say, well, man, damn, you got to give him a pass. But it's still stupidity.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
what
it's
you're
beyond
saying is
stupidity. Why
us,
exactly do we have
us
to give
as
him a pass?
us as regular folk, we the ones who got to walk out here in these streets. You think he's walking around in these streets?
But wait.
Nope.
You
Okay,
think
so-
he's walking through Walmart like regular? No, he
Okay,
can't do
exactly.
But why exactly do we have to give him a pass? Because he black?
that. No, not
What
because he black. Because of the stupidity. Because he's not in touch. He's not in touch with what's
No,
really
don't
what
even
He ain't getting no pass.
reality.
I'm tired of giving
Yes,
Kanye
yeah.
a pass. Every time Kanye did something, but his mom died.
I'm not.
Man,
No,
F
listen
that.
to me. I'm not saying to give him a pass.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no, I
saying
know.
some people
Yeah,
will
that's
give him a
what-
pass.
because that's all you see.
Right.
I'm like, people are so hypocritical because you go ahead, you say, oh, you don't like Bill O'Reilly, you don't like Trump, you don't like this, but this nigga come out with some oblong shit, and it's like, oh, he's a free thinker.
I mean, this man was the same man that said George Bush don't like black people. Where did he get that from?
Exactly.
Where did he get that from?
And you know,
how did he get that?
The people are just defending him and was just like, oh, y'all, what they were saying? Oh, y'all thinking backwards. Like, what are you talking about? This man just really just criticized like the whole race, and y'all just agreeing with him.
And then I seen some other dude. I think it was on YouTube. There was another dude saying, "Well, yeah, Kanye is right because." You know, the black man ain't really been with cowards. We just sat down and sit around and we didn't really fight for nothing. Yo, really, what do you... This is the same thing I'm saying. Times has changed, man. It's different. You can't always put your muscle down on everything and think that we just going to pull our guns and go to war and it's going to be a civil war.
Right.
It's not going to work that way. You know, we bigger in numbers. We stronger in numbers. There's no question about it. We outnumber them.
Trust me.
2-1.
They're
All we
already
need to
thinking
do is
about ways.
realize that and put that situation down.
They've
You know what I'm
been thinking
saying?
about ways. This is what they do. Like I tell people all the time, don't even be upset with the police officers, because guess what? They got a job to do too. They have a curriculum. Let me tell you what it is. They have a curriculum, and their main job, their main task is to get every person of color. It's not just black people. It's anybody that's not white. It's anybody that's not, what do they call themselves? Anglo-Saxon.
No, we
something
gonna
like
hold
that.
them. We gonna hold them
Caucasian.
accountable. You know why?
Yeah,
because their main goal was to protect and serve, and
Yeah,
it's no longer that.
That's what they're supposed to be. But that's been changed for so
Listen.
long.
Yeah, look on their police
That's
cards.
been
It don't
changed
say
for
that no more.
so long.
Listen. The bottom line is, as black folk, and I said it last week, the blueprint is in the mix, man. It's here. It's there. You understand?
Get out.
Let's get our kids. The plan is to get our kids, scar us from young, so we can't go out and vote. We can't go out and run for office. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, these are just statistical facts, man. Statistical
I feel like
facts.
As soon as I open something of my own, like it's not gonna be like I need to figure out how it is myself, everything that I need to do, so that I can get a blueprint for myself, so that I can have it set in stone and ready for my son for when he's ready to get out in the world to do his own thing. Because I don't want him to. So many times, like I've been to high school, and I have a lot of friend guys that went to high school with me, and they made a lot of bad decisions or whatever, and now they wind up in jail, and then now they're out or whatever, and now they're like, oh, what's there for me to do?
They're scarred.
I can't do that.
They're scarred.
No. You're not scarred. You never scarred. No. Never leave it up to the system. Never leave your life in anybody else's hands. You are always in control. Open your own shit. Do your own thing. You still have those connections. You still are in control of your destiny. You can still make a choice.
I will agree with you up until a point, and this is the point where I disagree with you at.
Tell me.
Because when we get scarred, we behind that 8 ball. It puts us behind a little bit. We have to work 30 times harder to get ourselves to that point where we need to be successful and to have a business and move on. Because the first thing they're going to look at, let's see what your record looks like.
Yeah.
You know, let's see what you did. Let's go back. It's always that. That's the part that always hinders us.
It's never as easy for us. It's
You understand
always
what I'm saying?
it's always a doubt.
And even if we're like Scott clean and we never been in no kind of problems, no trouble, we walk into the door, it's the complexion for the protection. You understand?
I agree.
Me and you, me and another Caucasian person could do the same exact crime. He'll go in front of the judge, and the judge be like, oh, well, you know, do you have your mother and father's here? And they'll slap him on the wrist. I come in there, he'll slam me.
I mean,
That's a fact. Listen, that's a cold, hard fact.
I understand. It's the same way we're going on even the simplest thing as a job interview. Because I remember when I was just coming out of high school and I was looking for a job. And I went to the mall to get a job or whatever in certain stores like Banana Republic, Black and White.
They look for a certain image.
They look for a
Not
certain
only that,
image.
They were saying, there was a statistic, I forget what it was. They were discriminating against the names Like a name like Quisha.
Of course.
They be like, oh,
Yeah.
Banana Republic, Quisha. If it's a white person looking at that name, they can be like, Quisha?
Yeah.
Quisha. We're going to take Amanda.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They already know who's coming to coming to the door, so they're not even looking at that.
Yeah.
They were companies discriminating against that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing I was saying as far as yo, again, people not gonna agree with me, but I'm not playing the game fair. If I can bust a move, if there's a way for me to bend a corner and get ahead, I'm gonna bend that corner and I'm gonna get ahead. The question is, I'm not. When you bend that corner, make sure you don't get caught though.
Right.
Make sure you don't get caught. Me, I'm a type of person. I've learned at an early stage in life by other people who've groomed me. Stay in the gray area. You got to stay in the gray area to move ahead, man. Long as you stay in the gray area and you moving ahead and you pushing ahead, that's where you need to be. When you start getting off in the black and the red, you're going down.
Right.
They're gonna bust your head open to the white meat. And that's just the fact. You understand?
So you gotta move.
I mean,
You gotta
again,
move smart.
yeah, you have
That's
to.
it.
You have to maneuver smart. And yo, I remember when I was in St. John's, I was in college, and a economics teacher said this. He said, yo, in capital, like the way our business market and the way our business market is and how we build money and make money, it's not designed for us to make billion. Like you see these guys are super billionaires and crazy billionaires. He said it. And I think when he said that, I'm not gonna say he made a mistake. He was being honest, but he was just telling the truth. And he was saying a lot of these billionaires, for them to make that kind of money, to become these super, super wealthy billionaires, like these so-called quote 1%ers, they had to bend the corner. They had to have done something to take them to that point for them to make that kind of money. Because in our society, the way they're making money, we shouldn't be making that kind of crazy super billionaire where that money's always only going to one side. They have to tip the scales.
Right.
They have to tip the scales. And as you can see now, they're constantly tipping the scales.
Yeah.
When they're talking about raising taxes and doing all this stuff and doing that, who is it really hurting? It's
Yeah.
hurting us as minorities
Yeah.
when they're raising taxes. People who has money, it's not affecting them because they're going to get all the benefits of that.
Yeah.
But it hurts us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those are facts.
Yeah.
You can't get around that.
Can't.
You know?
Agreed.
Can't get around it.
Man.
It's just crazy, you know. It's just for him to make a statement, going back to Kanye, to make a statement like that, like you have to take into consideration that these were people who were drugged from a whole different country, don't know what's going on, so they're terrified at the same time too. And it's just like, okay, well, what's going on? So
No,
it's not,
They
yeah.
seeing these
So
people getting lynched. They seeing
yeah.
people dying, and all they could think of is devising a plan. I'm gonna listen to what this lady say. I'm gonna try to keep my head above water. I have to survive.
Kanye, you're a douche. You're a jackass.
If it meant to stay and be quiet and clean or whatever in my life, I would live. Then yeah, a lot of those people, yeah, they chose to live. Yeah, I don't think that you should be saying that, you know, in such a way where it's like, oh, we made a choice. We chose to live. I feel like my great-great-great-great-grandma chose to live. My great-great-great-great-grandfather chose to live. They chose not to be beaten. They chose not to be hung. Yeah, they chose to live. They chose to live.
Yo, and I've seen this other thing
chose
too
life.
I seen this other thing too on YouTube. This guy, Lupe Fiasco, which we haven't heard from a while. He was saying something too, which is very,
Yeah,
very true.
they kind of
He was talking about it. He was saying
Yeah.
he was saying as far as what Kanye was saying is like, oh, people made a choice to become slaves and stay as slaves.
I understand if he made that a statement saying now, like
No.
like the slave mentality, but no, you said that slavery was a choice.
Right.
It's a complete
But-
different thing.
but
His
look
friends
how-
need to stop kissing his ass and check him.
Yo, but look how Lupe flipped it and told it, which is true.
What did he say?
He was saying that a lot of these slaves that did make that choice to stay a slave, it wasn't because they wanted to. It was because of the slave masters tricked them into doing that, because
manipulated them.
a lot of these slaves they were pulling them over here and they would send them over. A lot of them would jump ship. They would commit suicide. They would kill themselves because they felt that they wanted to go back. Once they committed suicide, instead of them being slaves, they rather commit suicide and die and go back to their ancestors.
Yeah.
But what the slave masters were doing, when a slave would go ahead and kill himself or commit suicide, they would cut off a limb or cut off a leg. Because once you do that, then their ancestors wouldn't recognize them. So a lot of these slaves was like, nah, I'm not doing that, because the slave masters are mutilating their bodies, so they would stay a slave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the whole Willie Lynch chip. Like it was a design thing to distill fear into them.
Yeah.
Like how he would line a nigga up, put the two horses going the opposite direction and rip the man apart. It was fair. That shit was pounded
was
into
all
those
fair.
slaves.
It was fair.
It wasn't something that it was a choice. It was strategic.
Listen, and the thing about it is, these folks out here are still doing the same thing: divide and conquer, put fear in, and that's what they're doing now. I mean, they putting the fear in. Oh, be afraid of the big black one. You know, be afraid of that the unknown. Be afraid of the aliens. Be afraid.
If you
of
haven't read the
immigrants.
Willie Lynch letter, you better
it's
go ahead
crazy.
and read it, and please deactivate your Willie Lynch chip, because it's serious out here.
They've
telling
been
you,
saying
for
that
real.
anything that's black, even black cats, Black Dakota black, anything has been labeled as bad.
Yeah, it's always been like it's always been that way.
And anything white is purified.
It's
It's
pure as snow,
angels.
pure as a driven
It's
stone.
of God.
Yeah.
But again,
It's heaven.
and again, there's some good white people out here that is really down for the cause and really willing to share and really willing to share this earth with everyone. You understand? But you just got some of these other white folks out here. I think it's fear. I think it's fear of what they think might happen to them. I think it's fear of what they think their ancestors has done to us as a people.
I
That
think
they
it's
fear
the
that
way that we are, how we built our strength. I think it's just solely based upon our strength, because I think that we're so much stronger than them.
Oh yeah.
Mentally, physically.
Oh yeah. And they know
in
it.
all aspects.
And they know it. And
That's
it's not
what that is.
we as a people have the numbers. There's no question about it, man. We have the numbers, and they know it too. But the best way to do it is keep us divided, keep us confused, keep a lot of confusion, keep us distracted, keep us distracted. And we just missing the whole tail of the tape, really. You know, I mean, I think that's the best way. I mean, if you go to any of these books, I mean, the best way: 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War. You got to keep your opponent off balance. Long as you keeping your opponent off balance and keeping them confused, you don't know what's going on. You coming around the back and you sneaking. You doing your sneak attack. You stealing. You doing whatever you have to do to win.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. And I mean, as a people, I think we have to have that same mentality.
Yep.
We have to do what it takes. We have to do what it do to take to do. I mean, we have to do what it takes to win. We have to win at the end of the day. And this is what we have to instill in our kids. We have to win.
We got to do
By
better.
all means necessary. We have to win. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But,
We have to win.
I think I'm instilling that in my son. Just to not to ever give up type factor. Always go for it, Do what you feel is right. Don't never, let nobody steal you. I always tell him day in and day out, have your own mind.
I mean, as my
Have your own
girls,
mind.
being young right now, I would never really instill in them to tell them to like, yo, you have to cheat, you have to do this, you have to do that. As they get older, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I think you have to be honest with your kids. I mean, and you know your kid better than anybody else. You know what you could tell them. You know what they could accept. You know what they're capable of doing. You may not want to admit it, but you know who your kid is. You know what they're gonna. You know them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm gonna give my kid every tool possible, whether they want to use it or not use it. I'm gonna give them every tool possible, because I already know what's out there for them. And I know what's out there for them is not fair.
Yeah.
I know that. That's a fact. It's not fair. So I'm going to give them every tool possible. If they want to utilize it, they utilize it. If not, then they won't. Indeed.
Indeed.
Period.
But that was our conversation today.
Awesome.
Raising Kings podcast. It was just that we're gonna use Kanye's bullshit and call it the Free Thinkers episode.
That's right. Free thinkers.
We just dropped a whole lot of knowledge in there for y'all to, take whatever bits and pieces that you guys want and educate yourself.
Absolutely.
Now,
Apply it.
Feel us.
yeah, definitely. So we put a lot into to that whole episode, so we could just go into like downtime. I know you've been having a good downtime, Hefe.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Right now
Hefe.
it's like this
Tell us
weekend.
about
I'm
it.
chilling. I mean, I'm at the, I got a little, suite at the, downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
I'm at the Air and Sea show, just chilling, with the kids and the fam, trying to, looking at the our taxpayers' dollars of our military and the air power of our military. And it's a good experience. I'll be down here for the rest of the weekend until Monday.
Nice.
So,
Until Monday, long weekend.
Yeah, I'm make sure that I'm spending a nice grip for this hotel. So
Nice.
might as
Hey,
well
but
take advantage
it's
of
an
it.
experience with your family, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good thing.
Oh yeah, no question. They're having a really good time. As long as I see them happy and they're
Mm-hmm.
safe and everything's all good, I'm happy too. So
And that's all that matters. So that's
Yeah.
a good
All
thing.
that
for sure.
matters.
You've been
What time is it
poolside.
Yeah, I've been poolside. I'm not really too much of getting in water and
Mm-hmm.
splashing around, but I've been chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, today's actually Cinco de Mayo, yo.
Cinco
Oh,
de
yeah.
Mayo.
I didn't have tacos today, but I had seafood.
Me neither.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I had
Did
seafood.
you have any margaritas?
No, I'm not a tequila drinker.
Oh, why not?
I just don't like it. I don't like the taste of it. So
I was debating. I had it.
skip the margaritas and skip the tequila today. But I did have some
how about
Coronas.
You, Lady Love? How about you? How about you, Lady Love? You like tequila?
I had it a couple days ago. To be honest with you, I'm not a tequila drinker either.
Yeah, I don't like
Tequila
tequila.
just brings out the worst.
Y'all that
in me.
Bobby
And
Brown.
Patron
You like
too.
that- you like that- you like
Patron
that
is the
Bobby.
devil. I end up
love
pregnant off
Patron.
Patron.
No, I'm a white.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
a white drinker.
I end up pregnant off Patron. Patron
of
make you
town.
do some crazy shit.
What?
Nope.
I'm a white drinker. I appreciate the white. I know.
Oh, you appreciate the white?
I know. Yeah. No, I appreciate the white.
Yeah.
Well, you
We
know,
got
Mother's
purses.
Day coming up, and my birthday is like right behind Mother's Day. So
Okay.
I was trying to get like a boat because I was supposed to.
A
I was supposed to
boat?
go to either Cuba or
Boat?
Bahamas.
Where you gonna
Please
boat
get a
at?
boat.
A boat.
I'm
Where you gonna
ready.
boat at?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Cuba, Bahamas, but my work schedule kind of not cooperating with it, so we're gonna postpone. But I wanted to maybe like rent a boat for a day,
A boat.
Yeah.
Boat.
like a
All right. Can
not
I
a
come?
yacht, because I ain't got. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course,
I
of
can
course.
come.
What you
Be here.
mean?
Wait, what
yeah,
is
you
it?
probably not gonna be here though.
It's
When
gonna
is
be
it?
Because
on-
it's either I'm gonna keep you guys posted
Posted.
because the
See
thing
it
is
right.
when
So let me
my
know.
intention,
It's not in stone because I could fly. The thing about it, I mean, I could fly anytime I want to fly. Because
Right.
my sister, one of my sisters is like an executive at the
airport.
yeah. She
well,
works
you
for
gotta
Delta.
give me that plug too.
Yeah, so
Pass it on.
I can fly anywhere.
The thing is,
Whenever
like
I want to fly.
my plan was we was gonna be away
Right.
for that whole little holiday, but it ain't work out. So now I'm rushing around trying to see what I want to do, and I'm like, how about I get a little boat for maybe like 6 hours with like 2 jet
It can't be
skis,
no little
and we be
boat.
out there on the
Like I
we
said.
be out there on the water. No, it's not gonna be.
It's a lot of new things
Yeah.
going
Find out
down
what
here.
that boat
But
look like.
here's the
thing.
problem, because it's so short notice, everything is already like booked.
Oh yeah.
So that's the problem I'm running into now. I can't
Really
really
happy.
find anything.
But that's what I wanted
done
to
deal.
say too. If you can't find like a yacht, which is it's kind of sort of impossible. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's gonna be
a
imp-
She said a
million,
yacht.
like it's
Did you say a yacht?
Yeah, that's what they say it's a yacht, but it's not no high scale yacht like I got like Diddy
yeah,
money.
they're small yachts like the size of this room.
It's like the 50.
A yacht is
the
a
50
goddamn yacht.
Yeah,
goddamn.
like the
Listen, a
50,
yacht is a
the
yacht.
50,
It
the 55.
It has an
foot
upstairs
or
and a
something.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Well, now that's a goddamn big ass door.
yacht
That's a
is a
goddamn
yacht.
big boat.
There are
Yeah.
a lot of listen. There are a lot of yachts. There's a lot of things. You know.
You want to go on a
could
yacht?
do that.
You want to do a yacht? You wanna go on-
Absolutely, in a 2-piece, nothing less.
Oh yeah, yeah, we gonna be assed out, boy. We gonna be assed out, boy.
2-piece.
We gonna be
Whoa.
out there.
Nothing less.
Whoa,
I'm trying to
Yes.
be sun kissed.
Hell yeah, we gonna be assed out.
sun kiss. What is that?
And
Sun kiss.
twerked.
What? What did you say?
Oh, oh. On the engine, baby, like back it up.
What the?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that I could, if anybody got the plugs on them boats, man, I'm willing to pay whatever. I just
Yeah,
need
no.
it for
Listen, they
a
have
certain
those-
day.
They have those taxi things, but we can't do much on them.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. I need our boat. We're gonna have a captain that
We
we could be
definitely need a
out.
boat.
We're gonna be out there for a couple of hours, and we just
can
chilling,
find-
drinking, doing what we need
I
to
tell
do.
you,
We
you
can
need
do
to.
it.
We need. Okay, if you want to do that like that, let's even if it's not for Mother's Day,
Yeah.
it's after your birthday.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's see if you
Yeah,
can set it up.
set
we
it
can
up.
set like a weekend.
Yeah,
and we
because
can really do that on a
honestly,
boat.
it's not gonna work out for Mother's Day or my
All right, then,
birthday
so-
because everything is
So
booked.
even if we can't find nobody that can do it, let's see if we can set something.
Yeah,
set
we'll
something up
definitely
for a
set
boat.
something up. And then
That'd
too,
be
I'm
so
working out too,
fun.
so maybe by the end of the month,
she
body
said,
gonna
I'm
be a
working.
little tighter. Squats
y'all
gonna
good.
have the
Y'all
ass
two
a little
ladies.
I
right,
just
so
need one
Oh my
day.
God! What you say? The task gonna be a little who? Where?
the squats gonna have the ass sitting up
I
right
just
by the
Oh.
end of the
need one
month.
day. I
So
just need one day. I just need one day of personal training, and I'll be okay.
yeah, exactly that way. Yeah, I
One
need to.
day.
You need to give me that Spider-Man or the Batman. You say it's like
Just
it's
one
it's
day
like the
I'll be like-
Batman suit material.
I'm not going between y'all like,
telling
damn,
you.
both of y'all just hitting with damn joints. Like,
ready.
this one here is like, I'm gonna need one
I'll
day.
be
This
ready.
other one here needs, I'm
One
just
day.
gonna get the butt tight. and I'm
One
gonna
day
get
of
this one.
CrossFit,
Yeah.
ropes,
That's it exactly, and then get
the
everything
climbing,
straight.
the monkey bars, kill me, and I'll
Exactly,
be
and
ready.
be ready.
I'll be ready to go. Give me 2 hours
Yeah.
of sleep.
Oh my God.
Maybe
I'm
3.
thinking like for the video, for the white jeans video,
I'll be
Hefe.
ready to
I don't
go.
know. I got to think of some ideas for
What
it.
about it? Well, that'll be a good idea too for that
Yeah,
white
the
jeans
boat,
too.
right?
Like y'all
We
both,
on the
y'all
boat.
all walking on it on the boat with the white jeans.
I already
there.
have
Yeah.
a white 2-piece.
Big
so
booties.
let me
Yes,
know.
exactly.
No. You can't have a 2-piece. You have to have the
I have-
like. You gotta have on some like some
White jeans.
tights or some jeans.
Yeah, it got to be
I get it.
because the whole thing is.
gotta
But I
be-
do. I'm just
that-
putting it out there. I
that
have
thing
a,
gotta
a
be
two-
out
I
there. You
have-
gotta
I
be
have a
showing that
all-white
thing.
2-piece,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. I got some.
Well, then
all
after
white
that
too.
could be another scene too, but you gotta be showing that thing. That shit gotta that
Exactly.
thing gotta be
Having,
out there
like,
because
multiple scenes.
Yeah, because of the song. Yeah.
you gotta really sell that thing. I mean, this
I
that
was just
that
thinking about it the other day.
that joint that you're talking about, what you selling
On
I
that
don't know,
record, it got to be out there like that.
you gotta show it and you gotta sell that thing, baby.
Can't wait to twerk.
No. Listen, you ain't
Nah,
gotta.
it's just,
You ain't
it's
gotta
just,
twerk.
it's just a tease. It's just there.
You gonna have
you
to
know.
sell that thing,
Can't
baby.
wait.
You gotta have them niggas drooling.
Yeah,
like, oh
just
my
wait.
God, who is this?
Yeah, we gonna get it right
my
though.
God.
I just gotta think of
Super
some ideas
excited.
for the video.
Oh my
Be the
God.
bomb.
But I'm
And
still
you know what?
working
Y'all,
on.
y'all gonna have to come out of big shit too. Y'all ladies gonna have to come out of big shit. We gonna have them rapes out there.
Yeah, we
Super
do.
excited.
It can't be
Big
no.
shit.
It can't be
Yeah.
no average. I thought
Big
about
shit is
that
my
too,
first
Hefe.
name.
Come out
We
of
gotta
big
have
shit.
some nice shit. We
Big
gotta have
shit is
some
my
nice
first name.
shit.
Y'all gonna be stepping out some big
Yeah,
shit.
pulling up like, and I need like all of us like bad bitches, bossed up bitches, hopping out of nice shit. That's how it gotta be.
Y'all not playing. Y'all mean
Yeah.
business.
It
I'll
gotta
be
be.
there.
It gotta
Or be square.
That's how I gotta be. So I'm
Definitely.
thinking.
I'll be there. I will be
ready.
there, or I will
Yeah.
be square. I'll be there.
Ready. Just let me know, cause I'm. Just
ready?
let me know.
You ready?
Still
Just
working
let
on
me
it.
know.
Still working on the ideas. Once the ideas, come together.
Yeah, I know you putting that treatment together. You're
Yeah.
getting that treatment together.
Exactly.
You'll put that treatment together.
And then I'm also, I'm putting up the home studio and stuff like. It's been busting my ass though.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you got up already?
I put the monitors up. Everything is up. It's just the interface. It's like I can't get it because I'm getting a Mac, but I had a little delay on getting the computer, so
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get it to work with a PC, and it's not really functioning.
It's not really
right.
functioning right.
Yeah,
Okay, so you really need that Mac. Okay.
yeah, I need the Mac. I need the Mac ASAP. So
Business in the making.
otherwise, everything is set up, ready to go.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
everything's set up, ready to go.
All right, y'all hear our plans.
Yeah, we got big plans in store, yo. Big plans in
Big
store.
business. Big business every time, all the time. Big business every time, all the time.
Oh my goodness!
Ah. Foreign lifestyle entertainment.
Shouts out.
But yeah, so we wrapping up now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good
Anything
night.
else you guys wanted to add to this episode?
I just want to say that we had a very, very energized conversation.
Yeah, I think so. We
I
talked
think
about
the
some
content.
things.
I think
we had a lot of information in this episode.
Yeah, I think the
Especially about
content
child
was somewhat
safety.
excellent. I just really do hope that the things that we're saying and we're just trying to share with everybody, that it can really help somebody and
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
could, touch somebody. Because at the end of the day, we really just ordinary people, and we just trying to touch other people and give some people some ideas and try to expand their mind and just and have their mind just start to just regurgitate and start moving and working and just thinking about the things we say.
Right, speaking
And maybe
on that.
and maybe they could apply it. Maybe they may come out and have some brilliant ideas and and brilliant input to help us and help other people and to push our endeavors forward.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right.
Speaking
And
of
I want.
that-
Oh.
No, I was saying, speaking of that, because we spoke earlier on the week about how we wanted to elaborate a little bit about what we meant as far as in raising.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah. Go
Great
ahead. You can
minds
touch on it.
think alike. It's just, we don't want anybody out there in radio land to feel like just because it's called raising kings that we're dismissing the queens.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
never dismiss
Exactly.
the queens. We are queens.
Absolutely.
We came up with Raising Kings because
Yeah.
that's what we are personally doing. We,
Right.
Lady Love and I, are raising kings. So
Right.
that's it. When I
Just
was
one
thinking of a
aspect.
topic, it was Raising Kings podcast
right.
because we're raising kings, but in no way that we're not
excluding.
Yeah, we're excluding
anybody.
your daughters.
Again, I'm on the side right here, and I'm raising queens.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And you
we
able
love-
to give
we
your
love it.
input because our
Right.
our sons interact with the women.
Mm-hmm.
We know as women what we would like from a man, so that's what we're doing. We're raising these kings to a certain standard, you know.
Exactly. And we love it. We love the idea that Hefe is here and he could speak on the whole, topic of him raising his queens.
Right.
And, vice
Right.
versa, me and Sassy talking about how we raise our kings.
Right.
So I just feel like it's full circle.
I think,
and,
yeah, the
and
dynamic-
you guys
the
should love that.
Right. The dynamic is very explosive.
Yeah, you guys
It
should love
definitely
that.
coincides.
We have something for everybody.
Right. For
So,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen, please do
Absolutely.
not use that excuse that because it's called Raising Kings podcast that you
Yeah.
can't listen to it because you don't relate. There's a lot of things that we discuss on this podcast regarding children in general. We just say kings because we have boys, but these topics that we bring up, it's for both. It's for
Right.
boys and
All
girls.
relatable.
Right.
It's
So
all
just
relatable.
support the cause, and we welcome you guys to hit us up on Raising Kings podcast at gmail.com, Raising Kings PC on Twitter.
Yes.
Comment under these videos on YouTube,
And subscribe.
Apple Podcasts,
Right.
Google Podcasts. Subscribe, like, share these videos
Right.
because hey, we need you guys to build up.
Right.
We
want
need
your
the support. Absolutely need the support.
We
And
love
also we need
you.
to touch back on something too about that giveaway we was gonna have. We do
Yeah,
have a winner for that giveaway.
Yes,
Next
yes,
time on the next podcast
yes.
we will be announcing it. That that
Yes.
winner that is gonna go through and have that massage and pampering.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know,
she
so
gonna get the Brazilian,
Absolutely.
and she gonna get the massage. I'll probably go with her too, cause right around that time we
Right,
probably
come
gonna need
in.
we gonna need a touch up too because it's Mother's Day and birthday. I need
It's
the
gonna be
works.
perfect. It's gonna be perfect right around Mother's Day.
Zaddy got to
It's
give
gonna
the
be beautiful.
works. It's Mother's Day and
I
birthday,
need a
so we
massage
gonna need
every
to touch
other
up.
day.
Yeah.
Every other day.
Oh, you need a massage every other day?
Every
Lady
other.
Love?
Yes, exactly.
It's
If
good
not
for y'all
every
ladies
day,
to
I
get that.
understand.
It's good for y'all ladies to get that though.
I understand
I think
the
y'all deserve
slackers
it.
can't do it every day, but
Hey, some people get it every day now.
Listen, the slackers can't do it every day, but I'll receive
You got
it
these
every
people out here that got that
other day.
complexion for the protection, boy. They get that
trying to
joint
tell you.
every day.
Listen,
That's right.
They ain't got nothing to do.
Listen, my complexion need to be protection. Okay,
Well, yeah,
My
it is.
complexion
It isn't to a
protection.
point. It isn't to a point, goddamn it. But you know
My
what it
complexion
is.
need to be protection.
Like I
Where
said.
are my black men that's willing to protect?
Absolutely, but like I said, we got to be ready to bust a move and bend a corner. We got to bend a corner if we want to get ahead. I mean, I'm sorry. Some people may not want to agree with me, and they may say, "Well,
Might be
no,
a
no, no,
lot.
no, 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 no. I want to dot all my I's and cross all my T's." Okay, you just keep on doing that, and you see how far that's gonna take you.
Yeah.
While all these other jokers is bending corners, busting moves, and doing all type of stuff, and you still trying to climb up that ladder.
Yeah.
And you ain't getting nowhere. And every time you go up 2 steps on the ladder, they knock, you, down 15 steps.
Yeah.
Here's a counseling
Yeah.
notice.
Come on, man.
Here's a coaching.
Huh?
Here's a counseling notice. Or here's a coaching.
Yeah, man. And like
Your
I said,
style
and
has
like
been
I said last
tainted.
week, every time we try to kick that ball over the goalpost, they move that goalpost another 12 or 13 yards
Yeah.
behind. You know,
Yeah.
Sure do.
it's just
Once
not.
they
It's
see the
just.
truth.
It's just. We don't. It's nothing for us to really complain about and keep crying over spilled milk. We just gotta just do what we have to do and just
Right.
understand
As
and
a
recognize
people.
exactly and recognize what it is.
Yeah.
Recognize what it is and let's do what we have to do
Yeah.
to move this thing forward.
Exactly.
Come on,
Support,
guys.
support, support.
Come
Support,
on.
support, support. I see a
Yes.
lot of you now rocking Tommy Hilfiger all over again and the polo and stuff like that. And these these designers have made statements that they don't make clothing for our people.
Exactly.
But you guys still support though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't
support
understand.
us.
I don't care what my price tag for my merchandise is. I don't care how long my podcast is. I don't care what it is. You're supposed to support because you go out there and support the other hand that's not feeding our communities.
Right.
Come on, black people, we gotta stop it. Even family too.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to be my family. Where the love at? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Support. Support. Like that's the only way we
Right.
gonna build ourselves up is if we support each other.
Right.
So stop making excuses to help your black brother or your
Right.
sister out.
I
Okay.
win, you win, we win.
We stronger together.
Exactly.
question.
I'm tell you.
Anything else you guys want to add, Hefe, Lady Love?
Can't wait to see y'all next week.
Absolutely.
And we love you as always. We love you.
Yeah.
More content. More
content for you,
conversation.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
That's it. We love you.
Yes, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we really appreciate you guys, all your feedback, all your love, all your support. You making us the hottest podcast in the nation. And we're going to go ahead and sign out. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Sassy.
And it's your girl, Lady Love.
It's Mr. Nobody, Hefe Pepe. What's up?
And we up out of here.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Later.